should be the third. Super early. All right, here we go. We're up in here.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Cool.
Live, living color.
Next
Motherfucking
Next time I'll
rub.
just tell you. If you set it for 48 minutes, I'll tell you when to do it.
I hope people are up in here. This is dope. All right.
Real quick.
Hit it, Kenan.
You gonna drink that?
Yeah. I was kind of just switching between the two.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
It's okay. Cause
She got me one too. I didn't realize I was gonna get 2 coffees. So I have 2
I didn't
coffees
realize it
in
either.
Right.
I'm just joking. This is dope, LB. He's our guest again because he doesn't flake.
Yeah, we got.
So since I said that live, this is recorded and you can't flake anymore on anything ever.
I'm pretty good at not flaking, to be honest, man.
I'll put you to the test.
Right.
If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm pretty dedicated to do it.
Hell yeah.
That's
like
good,
that.
man.
Thank you. I got it yesterday from my boy Dane. Constructed Goods. Go check them out. They got some dope shit.
That's
You're-
tight.
Constructive Hoods, you heard him. So how was everybody's past week? We haven't seen you in a couple of weeks since you were on. Anything new in that?
How was your Easter?
It was good. You know, I hung out with my mama and my stepdad, and I have a real bad allergy problem right now. All this pollen up in the air. That's why I asked you guys earlier. I was like, yo, allergies all fucked up right now.
And I was like, no, I'm not a fucking nerd, so I don't have allergies, dude.
Dude, I barely get this shit, though.
Where's your suspenders? Where's your pocket protector?
I usually wear it.
You know, you allergic to peanut butter too, dude?
Hell no. I fucking love that shit.
If peanut butter kills your kid, then, or anybody, see ya.
Right.
That's how you're supposed to go.
I can't eat gluten.
Oh, is there peanut butter in the dairy?
Is there peanut
No,
butter
but
in
those
the
two
gluten?
things go together pretty well. So, order one for me. I don't know where you'd order just peanut butter and like milk or some sort of dairy.
You could probably get that at Cold Stone.
What's Cold Stone?
Cold Stone Creamery?
Oh,
ice cream spot.
Oh, it's the fucking.
Acting like you don't know Cold
I've
Stone.
never been there, dude.
Dog, it's been around for a minute.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm not. You know.
You can get mix-ins.
Look, man.
Look,
I go to
man.
Walmart. I buy my ice cream sandwiches. I'm set.
Right.
The
Thought we
boys-
went over this.
Yeah. Wait, I don't think he was here for
Right.
that.
It's whatever. He eats a lot of ice cream
Yeah.
sandwiches. Oh, we
Like,
went over this.
so
but-
many before I go to sleep. I have like really weird dreams.
I bet.
Yeah.
Get a huge stomach
then when
ache,
it-
too.
No.
No?
And then
That's
when
good.
no.
That's good.
when I wake up from those terrifying dreams, I'm like, oh my god, and I just walk to the kitchen and you know what I do? Just
some
take a
more
guess.
Scoop. Take some more scoops.
No, they're ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, that's
I
right.
just grab 2 more, go in my room, crumple them up, throw them under my fucking mattress.
Damn.
No, I don't do
Dude,
that part.
did you see that story of Chris D'Elia fucking eating, he ate candy before he went to bed and it was fucking white sheets and so like there's candy all over the fucking bed. So the maid was like, oh my god, like this dude just shit everywhere, you know. This comedian.
Just a big
But it looked
dukers.
funny. He's like, I fell asleep with this fucking candy bar.
Just
Oh, yeah.
melting Baby Ruth and shit.
That suck. Falling asleep with fucking candy and white sheets.
What did you do for Easter?
For Easter, I did like nothing, dude. I sat around.
It's so dope.
Right.
I don't like I don't do anything holidays. I don't know. Easter, I was just like which one is that?
Yeah. I was like, is this where he was born or when he rose from the dead? But I figured it out.
Did the old thumbs. Got to Google real quick.
Right. I
Not
didn't even
even
do that. I
that,
just did some deductive reasoning and figured it out. I was like, oh. I don't know how I figured that out. I might have Googled it, actually.
Nice. I go straight to Google Chrome.
Google Chrome.
Excuse me.
So, yeah. So, since I don't do shit and we're over the Easter thing, got that out of the way, kind of wanted to do a new segment with guests that do not flake. Kind of thought about it on the fly. But it's just kind of like a either or, like a decision, you have to choose between two different things, anything really. And since LB is our guest that didn't flake, came up with 8 real quick on the fly. So I'm calling it the grade 8. It's 8 questions.
What would you call it if you came up with 9? Should we not go there?
Yeah.
No, hold on, I got this. I just called it the grade 8.
I like the grade 8.
Yeah.
Please go to 11.
Yeah. Why don't you just make 10 louder? So if you're ready, I'm ready to just fucking rip these off, man.
Let's do it.
Okay. Don't think too hard of it, but if just give a reason for
just slow motion, baby.
I like it like that. Number 1. Okay, first one I thought of was Led Zeppelin or Queen.
That's a tough one.
It is.
It's pretty much like, how gay do you want it?
Led Zeppelin or Queen? Which one do you
I'm gonna go with Led Zeppelin.
What sways you to that? The bigger influence on you or something? Just kind of
yeah, I grew up with
listening to Led Zeppelin.
I grew up
Queen.
with Led Zeppelin, and I like the blues and rock and roll, what they do.
Led Zeppelin. All right, I can see that. I love Freddie
More
Mercury.
familiar with it.
Got any more brain busters?
Got
Okay.
any more brain? Dude, that's.
Number 2 of the grade 8. Whiskey or tequila? Don't look at the list.
I'm not. I was looking for my
I feel like this one's going to be easy for him.
Yeah, it might be. Whiskey or tequila?
Well, he's showing that.
Well, it's your question.
My
though.
go-to.
That's the thing.
Was that my go-to or like?
You have to pick.
All right, whiskey for sure.
Whiskey?
Yeah.
What kind of whiskey do you prefer?
Bourbon. I love bourbons. Like Jim Beam, Bullet,
The
Jack
bourbon.
Daniels.
Bourbon Bullet Rye.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. I used to fucking polish off the Jameson.
Swap
It's
us.
gross.
Fuck it, do it.
I like some of the ryes.
You just have to unlock
It all
us.
depends, though.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna do this real quick, so nobody gets scared. We're not being hurt.
Keep talking.
All right, number 3 on the grade. Thin crust or deep dish?
Oh shit, that's a good one. Instantly, man, don't judge me, you guys. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go to thin crust.
Dude, I would
Oh,
never
yeah,
judge
that's-
on that.
Okay.
That's the best
That's
answer.
actually yeah. Thin crust for sure,
Like a
man.
deep dish.
Dude, yeah.
Hey, if I want
trying to
lasagna, I'll
offend
go
right
to
now.
the Olive Garden.
That's what I want
Uh-huh.
from fucking Olive Garden. I want salad though.
Hey, if I
No,
want to
what the-
wait 78 minutes for a fucking pizza that I'm only going to eat 20% of, I'll go searching for pizza in the dumpster.
If I wanted to gamble on whether or not my pizza was fully cooked, I just get it fucking hot and ready.
Yeah. Oh, but the deep dish, it's Chicago. Hey. No. That's okay. I kind of want to eat the whole pizza, not wait 97
So
minutes.
you're telling me I can get a pizza where the toppings are barely hot and they're just sweaty and they're not even really cooked because you put a layer of fucking dough on top of the pizza and call it a pizza pie?
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
No.
Here you go, sir. Here's your
Soggy.
pizza. Excuse me, miss. You gave me lasagna and
Wait,
a
what is
knife and
this?
fork. This is clearly not a pizza.
The
No,
fuck
it's our deep dish.
This is spaghetti basically.
Like,
This
listen,
is all this
Chicago-
fucking sauce.
Listen, Chicago, you guys got the Chicago dog, the hot dog, and you're lucky I like that. You don't need a pizza. Like, you don't have to fit in. Like, you don't need your own pizza, Chicago. Your shit fucking sucks, dude.
Hey,
Amen to that.
you should
yeah.
change your name of your pizza from the deep dish to the deep shit.
That didn't work, and then I realized that it did because it didn't work so much.
Yeah.
The deep shit.
things don't have to work like that. I figured that if like you're setting up electronics, you can just fucking jam it all in there. And just fucking, because if it doesn't work, then you end up calling somebody and they fix it. So really, you get to where you're going. I'm still having trouble setting up my soundbar at home. It's been 3 years. All right, that was the third one. Yeah, number 4 on the grade 8.
Grade 8.
E.T. or Jurassic Park?
Ooh, E.T.
E.T. Why?
Yeah. I love E.T. I grew up watching E.T. too.
But
That's my shit. And the Reese's Pieces, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just funny as fuck too. I like my mom when I was little. She fucking like had all these stuffed animals. How like that one scene where like he's hiding and all the stuffed animals. When I was a toddler, my mom did the same scene of that. So it was like a kind of like a family.
It's kind of like a
thing
nostalgic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would love to find one of those fucking E.T. dolls. Shout out to all my homies that get all the vintage stuff. If you find an E.T. doll, you know who wants it.
Oh yeah.
Pretty soon we're to be finding buddy dolls at the stores, I'm sure.
Oh my god.
Not good guy dolls, but buddy dolls.
Oh man.
Yeah, fuck
they
it.
have good guy dolls though. They're like reissuing them.
Right.
And
Yeah, I saw.
You saw them?
Yeah.
They have like hair nets in the hair because you know just how much they are. They're fucking about a G.
Yeah, they look really good.
They're so sweet. Yeah, they're pretty cool looking.
I was making a reference to the new one that's coming out though.
Oh my god.
Fucking looks like fucking trash, dude.
Yeah.
Pet Sematary, the new one.
Did you see it? Yeah.
Do.
I don't know. I mean, some people might like it. I personally, it's crap.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you said E.T. because you're petrified that you'll get stone cold stunned by aliens. So I just thought maybe you wouldn't pick that movie. I thought maybe that's where the fear of aliens came from.
Nah, man, I love E.T. Drew Barrymore was in that too. That was like one of her first films. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Probably, yeah.
But no, I put him behind the your
She comes from a long lineage
speaker.
of Hollywood actors and
I have
actresses.
I have the same one too.
All right, well,
About to wear.
got that out of the way. Now this one, this is a good one.
Elliot. Elliot.
Yeah, number 5 on the grade 8.
He's all dead as shit.
Number 5 on the grade 8 for LB, the very first grade 8.
Oh shit. 5.
This is how I typed it in my notes. Butts or boobs? I was gonna put boobies.
I'm a butt guy.
Butt guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love butts.
Butts, yeah.
Slap my girlfriend's ass all the time. Shout out to Deanna.
Got a butt man on her hands. I don't know why that was funny, but the fucking other thing that I said wasn't. All right. I don't even know if you watched these two series, film series, but Alien or Predator?
Predator.
What?
No, Alien. Alien's
we
probably.
forgot to set up the chat thing. What does that say?
It's mom asking how LB is.
Oh, Jenny. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. Working. Doing music by myself.
Loving them butts.
Loving
Why
butts.
Predator over Alien? Just curious.
Actually, Alien. Who's the lady that's like in the?
Sigourney Weaver.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A fucking
She's
huge
fucking-
rack. Now we're talking about boobs.
She's a badass in that movie too.
She was only in like what, 2, 3 of them?
Yeah.
Like they brought her back for like the really shitty one
Well, she was in
with Renona.
first, second, third, fourth. She was in the first 4.
Oh, she was in all 4 of them.
Yeah, she was in the first one, second one. She was in the third one,
Oh.
and then she was brought back in the 4th one.
Okay.
They brought her back for no reason, really. They
I
turned
think
her
it's just I didn't
superhuman.
watch. Yeah, I didn't
Right.
watch the 3rd one, so I was like, she
Right.
wasn't in it.
Right.
But I just didn't watch it. That was a really shitty one, right?
I would say the 4th one is more shitty. It was like, I don't know,
It
man.
might have been the 4th one because after the first 2, I was just kind of like,
Right. Well, like the 3rd one is like, I don't know, man. The first 3 are just so drastically different. Like all 3 of them are different. You know, first one is like a straight up horror film. The second one is like an action film, and the 3rd one is like they kind of like decided to take it at a different direction, like more horror more towards horror, but still like I don't know, like almost none of them had like sufficient weapons and stuff. So it was kind of like a weird, like they're locked on some prison that's like some planet that is used to be a prison for like fucking. I don't know.
Okay,
So it's
yeah.
just like a different kind of vibe. But yeah, it's said to be one of the badder ones, but there's like a cult following behind that specific one too, though. But for whatever reason.
Yeah, it is shit. Fucking movies always do that. Like they're shitty at the time, and then fucking however long later, people are like, it's a cult classic. Like, what?
I feel like it just like if Aliens didn't come out,
Yeah.
like they didn't have that straight up action one, like no, like there would be no confusion in the series anymore. It would just been like a horror sci-fi series, but it turned into like horror sci-fi like action, and then like after that, people that really fell in love with Aliens were like, I don't know, Alien 3. It's like not really the same, you know, but it's like I don't know, they're just kind of sticking more to the actual roots than Aliens was. It's one of those things where it's such a really fucking awesome movie in the series, but it kind of like ruined the trajectory of the series as far as like how the films were made and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Real quick before we move to number 7 for LB, we were talking about the Child's Play remake. Brad Dourif was in the shitty one, right? The 4th one or whatever. Wasn't he the scientist?
Which one was the 4th one of Child's
The
Play?
No, the Alien.
Oh, I was
yeah.
like, they only made 3, right?
Child's Play series or the Alien series?
Child's Play.
They
They
made
made-
like
I think
7, I think.
Because there's like 1 through 3, and then there's like Bride of Chucky. and then
Oh
there's,
well,
like,
yeah.
Seed of
Okay,
Chucky.
I was talking about like the older stuff.
Right.
Oh, the
When,
child.
like he finally
up.
like died. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Was like
Yeah, you had those Child's Play 1, 2, 3. Then it went like
3,
a
and then
weird
it was
route.
like Bride of Chucky.
Yeah.
Um,
And then it came
But
back.
those were made by like
The same-
Same dude, yeah.
Right, so it's like
Oh.
it's still
Don
as
Mancini.
shitty as they got. They're still that dude's vision for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I was reading an interview with him, and he was talking about how he does not approve of the new one for whatever reason. Like they were gonna make it either way because they own the rights to it.
Yeah.
So he was just they were like, yeah, we could just call you executive producer, but you're gonna have nothing to do with it. And he was like, nah, I'm good.
Right.
I'm straight on that.
Huh.
So basically, like that. And now we're getting fucking an AI Siri. Basically, Siri comes to life and kills everybody, which is fucking whack. That's what we're getting.
So bad. Don't watch it. Fucking like not plugging, but mentioning a movie like don't watch that.
Siri from iPhone.
I mean, that's like the
it's
idea behind it. It's like the whole idea behind this new one is that it's just some technology that goes wild and starts killing people.
It's the AI
It's integrated
yeah.
into your home fucking devices and stuff. Like,
Yeah, so
right.
there's no more like the voodoo concept is thrown out because of this big legal bullshit. Yeah.
But in that interview, he was talking about how he's like worried about them destroying like the canon of Child's Play, like the actual like storyline. Like he's actually concerned with after Chucky had children. Like he's acting like it's a serious thing still. But he's like, yeah, but it's kind of like my livelihood. So then I thought about it, like, man, this dude. That's why this dude is releasing shitty Child's Play movies, because like that's really all he has, and you know I can't blame him. But
Yeah.
like, you know, yeah, go ahead, release Seed of Chucky, dude. If that makes you fucking, you know, carry on, dude. Go for it.
Redman was in that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Child's Play in space, dude.
Oh man. All right. Number 7. I personally don't give a fuck about either of these, but it was something that came to my mind. Superman or Spider-Man?
Oh, how are you gonna do that? Just Superman or Spider-Man? Isn't it always Batman or
Yeah,
Superman?
Batman or Superman. That's what it is. supposed to be.
He's just like, I just picked Spider-Man. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought they were.
What
Well, I
was
don't
it,
know. I really
Batman-
like Batman.
Batman
and I
and
didn't want-
Spider-Man?
What?
You said Batman and Spider-Man.
No, I said
Superman.
Superman or Spider-Man. I
Oh.
just didn't want to pick Batman because I love the Batman series, and if you pick Superman, I'm
Which
gonna leave.
sorry to be off topic.
No, it's all right.
What's your guys' favorite Batman movie?
My favorite, like,
Who
I don't
plays the best Batman?
who's my favorite?
Yeah,
as
Favorite
far as-
Batman?
as
Who's
far
your
as the-
favorite Batman? Yeah.
As far as the movies go,
This is a good one.
Christian Bale, because the movies are just so well made, dude. Like, he's hard to not pick that Batman. It's such a like good dynamic range of like, I don't know, of the characters.
Yeah. Let me say Christian Bale too. I mean, I do like the Michael Keaton Batman, but at the same time, I kind of don't like
Val Kilmer.
I like Val Kilmer. I just kind of don't like Tim Burton's films that much.
Right.
I'm not saying they're bad. I just and he kind of did that, the Edward Scissorhand fucking kind of tone. Like his staple of how he makes films was incorporated into Batman, and I loved it as a kid. Like dark kind of gothic.
And that was the one that you guys are talking about. That's the one with Penguin, right?
No, the Christian Bale ones we're talking about the fucking
the Michael Keaton one.
The Michael Keaton ones. Yeah. The first one was just Batman with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. And then the one after that was with Danny DeVito as the Penguin and a very, 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 very beautiful Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
That's actually one of my favorite ones. And George Clooney. I don't know why I really like that one too. I did because they just played a really cool like role of
Isn't
like
that
Batman
the one
and Robin.
Where the
And they had-
costume has nipples.
Yeah, dude. It was so. It was so. No.
Yeah.
It was just
Hard Boys.
It was cool, man. I liked because they had Mr. Freeze. They had Two-Face in there again. It was just funny. It was cheesy. It was funny, man. I liked it. It was good.
Well, relax. And there was also Robin.
Yeah, dude.
He was flying around.
Fucking hoop. Yeah, there was a fucking Batgirl was in that. Fucking Alicia Silverstone. Yeah, she played
For Ivy.
No. That was Uma Thurman.
Who's that?
Alicia, the blonde from Clueless.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, she was Batgirl. I keep wanting to say like Catwoman because Batgirl. It's like who?
Right.
Oh yeah, I guess you're a character. So
What a shitty way to give a female a really cool character. It's just like, you know what? Like, you can be a superhero too, but you know what? You're not going to think on your own. You're just going to be Batgirl. Like, you don't get your own deal. You're just going to be the girl version of Batman. Have fun. That's kind of shitty.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you don't even get to... I don't... have nothing to do with bats. Like, bats had nothing to do with my childhood.
She's like, I can't come up with my own...
Right.
I can't incorporate my characters. They're like, no, we wrote it, and we're paying you.
Right.
So just fucking show up on time.
Right.
How about that?
But, like, what shitty, like, fucking idea. Like, I don't know. Batgirl. Fucking who cares?
Fucking Bob Kane back in the 50s, they told him, like, hey, we're thinking about, you got Robin, right? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, what about a female character? Really be progressive here in the 50s. Cause
he's like, how about we actually be progressive and tell him what it really is? It's me and Robin are together. Why would I need a girl?
Yeah. I was going to say, like, when the editors were like, hey, how about, like, a female character? And he's like, what? A woman?
Yeah.
In the comic book? Are you fucking nuts? Next thing you know, you want a Mexican superhero. Yeah, what are you going to call him? El Burrito? So the next day they signed a check for like $20,000, which was probably like $50 billion in the 50s. And he was like, all right, Batgirl. It's like, this, like, okay, cool. Are you going to give her actual like background and story? He's like, no. I gave you the character.
Right, you can think
Get out of my office. And he's in that office that has, it's like pixelated windows and it has his name on it.
Right.
Like a detective office. Bob Kane with a fucking boring ass name.
Right.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, so Superman or Spider-Man?
Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because, dude, you can't... Honestly, dude, as much as, like, I don't really like him because he's kind of like a... He's like a fucking, like, end-all, be-all superhero type superhero where he just has every power and everything.
Power.
But, like, you cannot fuck with him, dude. He literally...
Yes, dude.
Right. He literally pulled our fucking solar system away from imminent death, dude. In one of the comic lines, dude. He pulled the whole solar system away from being engulfed by a giant star, dude. Like, that's what he did, dude.
Who asked him to do that?
Right. Maybe all of humanity. They didn't ask. They needed it, though. Batman didn't do shit. He was just, like, pissed off in a building
shit.
somewhere.
I mean, so Superman, what did he do? He pulled a couple of stars, pushed them together.
He pulled our solar system away from our star, which was like, or one of those. Like he pulled us away from being engulfed by a giant star, pretty much. Yeah.
What's the big deal now?
I mean,
That's science, baby. You
right.
can't go, why don't you
I mean,
fix
it's
the...
unprovable. I can't prove that he did it, so I don't have the comic. But
You think that somebody asked him to fix AIDS first? And he was like, no.
he's like, I don't have it.
He's got money. He's got money invested in the pharmaceuticals. He's like, he's like, how about I just do this thing out in outer space? Or like, you don't have to do that. But NASA's working on it. He's like, no.
But he went inside of the sun and harvested the sun's energy for like thousands of years, dude, and just gained energy. Like, who the fuck can do that, dude? Name any other Spider-Man, dude, ain't doing the shit, dude. Spider-Man's just gonna die if he tried to do that. He would just die in space, dude. He would get to space and die.
Do you find... Wait, Superman went into the sun?
He went into the sun and harnessed the sun's energy for like 10,000 years or something like that. Just
Pretty pasty for...
yeah.
I think he'd come back looking like that.
Come back looking like Black Panther, you know?
Yeah. Or that, what's that one dude, that old dude with the full head of white hair, and he's always got that orange-ass tan going on? George Hamilton?
Like, we're not talking about like a superhero anymore.
No,
All right.
I don't know. I mean, he could be.
Yeah,
he could be super in some ways, like that tan. So yeah, the last one of the grade 8, LB, because you didn't flake.
Who's flaking?
He knows who he is.
Hey man,
You know who you are.
Right.
don't flake. If you're gonna say you're
I'd
gonna
say
come
he's
on a
watching, but if
podcast,
he
man?
told me he was watching, he'd probably flaking on that too, dude.
He just leaves the room and we get a notification like, oh, he left. The last one I had to ask you, Schwarzenegger or Stallone? Which one would you just let fuck you hard? No, no, but Stallone.
Right off rip. You guys are gonna judge me. I know this one.
Well, we're not gonna judge you.
Yeah, you
we're
are,
not.
especially on Stallone too. I'm gonna go with Arnold, man, just because
You did
I
some
like.
dope shit.
Damn, what the fuck is that?
Total Recall, dude.
That's a 3 titty movie.
Right.
That's the only way I remember. So pathetic.
The movie with the 3 titties lady.
The fucking box cover, because it's VHS. Obviously,
Nah.
you turn it over and it's just the 3
He's
tits.
like,
You're
he's like in the
Alright.
movie. He
Oh,
is
you're talking about
Last Action Hero.
last
Yeah.
action hero. Oh my fucking
I liked that
God.
movie when I was young.
That's funny. That movie, one of the first action figures I bought was Schwarzenegger from that movie. He had like the red shirt and like brown leather jacket or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember setting that thing on fire, melting it. That shit was dope. That was the very first toy.
Dude, I remember I used to when I would go to my aunt's house, they had a treadmill in the basement, and I
Yeah.
used to take the action figures over there, and I'd turn the treadmill on, and
Yeah.
I'd press their faces against it, and just melt their faces off.
What you doing down there? Nothing.
Wrestling. And then we'd also be just like power bombing our fucking little cousin, dude. Like literally, like there was a bed down there and shit. We just like do crazy wrestling moves.
Well, we all had that one relative that was younger than the rest of the group that you just kind of like, hey, let me try the famouser on you.
Yeah, they're like, wait.
Like the Mr. Ass from fucking DX's like wrestling move where, with no regards of safety.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
never.
Yeah, whatever.
We were basically professionals, so why would we
I mean,
try to be safe about it? We know what we're doing.
Yeah, just every fucking wrestling event, just watch it and practice the moves. You know, try them on somebody that's gonna get hurt and not you. Yeah, you might get grounded or slapped in the back of the head, but there's always next Monday to try that shit.
The fuck out of here.
So yeah, that was our first installment segment of.
That was 8.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So that was the first 8.
Damn, that was 8.
Yeah,
The great 8.
it wasn't so great. No. What's so great about that? Yeah, dude, I prefer I like Stallone movies, man, because I feel like they're more over the top and sort
Yeah,
of.
no.
I just feel like violent, like on a realistic level of a movie, like First Blood, just killing motherfuckers left and right, like a
Yeah.
demented Vietnam vet coming back and
Right.
just fucking one bad move and he's just tearing that town apart. That one he killed that one dude. I think he killed him, but that dude from CSI fucking Puerto Rico or whatever.
Yeah.
What's that dude's name? Fucking
I don't
the
even
ginger.
know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know his fucking name.
Anytime I can't think of an actor's name or musician, I'm just gonna call him David Blaine. David Blaine.
You did that last time.
Yeah, he
podcast.
fucking David Caruso.
Oh yeah.
Fucking piece of shit. I don't know, man. Rocky was dope. He wrote that shit. He wrote it. Fucking some story. I don't know how true it is. I feel like it is
I don't
true.
think Arnold wrote any of the movies that he was in. Did he?
No.
I don't think so. He was just just the dude that just was there to act, I think.
Right.
If you want to call it that.
Right.
No, he's
Damn.
just shitting on Schwarzenegger. No, dude, Stallone
He's not
fucking.
the best actor at all.
No.
That's for damn sure.
What the fuck was his first movie? What was it? Terminator or Conan the Barbarian?
That's one of those two.
Yeah, early 80s.
True Lies was a good one by him.
Yeah, that was a good one. Was it Bill? Who was it? Bill Paxton was in that?
Yep.
Bill Pullman.
Um,
I get those two guys mixed up too.
Paxton was the one in Alien.
Yeah, and Pullman was the one in
Independence Day.
Twister. Are those all Bill Paxton movies? We just
that's
don't know
Paxton.
Bill Pullman's movies.
Bill Pullman was the dude he's the president in Independence Day.
never saw it.
Yeah. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah,
Welcome to
I
Earth.
just know those
Dan, you want
quotes.
to
and
pass
stuff.
me that ashtray?
Welcome to planet Earth.
No, man, Stallone. I don't know. They could just the first two Rockies, and the Rocky where he brings down the Berlin Wall and ends communism. Then they could just end it. But now they're doing the Apollo Creed series spin-offs. That's weird. Like the basis of the one that just came out was like not just came out, but the one that came out recently
You want
was
this, Dan?
Apollo Creed's son boxing Ivan Drago's son. It's like, oh,
I know. It's
really?
just like,
Yeah.
All
What a
right.
coincidence, man.
Right.
Here, fucking set that up. What weight class are you guys gonna fight in? Why don't you guys just make peace?
That's like what would you how could we keep this story intimate to that at all? Like that's like the most juvenile thought. Like how about their kids fight? Like
Yeah. What they should have done was
their grandkids.
yeah. What they should have done was take Rocky 4, the one where he doesn't box at all, and remake that one and call it Rocky 4. We're sorry
right.
for the original piece of shit, and fucking lace up the glove.
Rocky 4 Rocky 4.
Yeah.
Actually Rocky 4.
I could get it. He's brain damaged, but you keep boxing.
Right.
You punch your way to those paychecks, baby.
Punch your way to those fucking meatballs.
Did you say his brain's a meatball?
Dave, definitely. It is.
Fucking sly. Then he did Over the Top, where he was an arm wrestling guy.
Oh yeah, that movie was over the top.
It was awesome. And then Cliffhanger. I don't even know what that movie. I've watched that movie a few times. I don't even know what it was about.
Like John Lithgow, didn't he have somebody ransom or something? No,
Probably.
they're just
Early '90s Stallone movie. Throw a ransom in there.
Can't remember what the actual plot was, but they were on the mountain though.
Yeah.
They were climbing shit. They're
Dude,
out.
It's funny. I associate the opening scene of Cliffhanger
With Ace Ventura.
with Ace Ventura more. Like I felt like Cliffhanger took that from Ace Ventura because that's
Right.
how significant and how much better I like
Right,
that movie.
with the raccoon.
Yeah.
And shit.
So that was that.
Fuck allergies.
You be alright? So, anyways,
That was fucking wild, dude.
what Ace Ventura?
Not gonna be
Yeah.
alright.
Huh?
Said I'm not gonna be alright, man.
What?
My head is about to explode right now. I feel like
What?
allergies. Like these motherfuckers
Back
suck,
on that
dude.
nerdy shit, huh?
Sounds like you're about to push a plug for like.
Oh,
Sound like.
I don't.
So I use.
Billy Mays here.
He's a great baseball player. So what did you? You don't watch Game of Thrones, do you?
I don't.
This is awkward now.
Right. We're gonna be talking about Game of
Yeah.
Thrones for a hot minute, dude.
Is there anything you want to get out? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, hit it.
I'm gonna rock right now. Podcast where you rock. So, there you go. See how I did that?
It's the time to hit it for sure.
Improv. So Right off rip, this is our podcast rock segment.
We're gonna do a breakdown of episode 2, season 8. We're
Yeah.
doing a full breakdown of all the most memorable and important scenes that happened in this episode.
Yeah, and
There's a fucking lot, man, with this episode.
so we'll try to go through it and fucking in order as the episode was. But
I totally have an order, actually. Hold on, I should have pulled this up earlier. But anyways, we started the episode with fucking what looks like Jamie on trial here.
yeah, so at the end of episode 1, the season premiere, Jamie comes back. Jamie gets to Winterfell and he gets off his horse. And
First of all, I just want to say, what a straight up G for just showing up.
yeah,
Like, how are you gonna just show up at Winterfell and just walk in there? Like, you know, what I mean?
Yeah.
He just strolled in there. Nobody seemed to like care or like nobody's watching like the gates or anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know
they're
what
just
I mean?
like, hey.
He just like let him stroll right in, which is weird.
He just showed up. He was like, "Oh, I've made it after 6 months or 6 minutes."
Right? Who knows anymore with the timeline?
So yeah, end of episode 1, the fucking season premiere of Game of
Thrones?
Thorns.
Thorns?
Jamie
Thrones.
shows up, gets off his horse, turns around, sees Bran, the fucking weirdo that he pushed out the window because Jamie was banging his sister
Right.
hard.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, and a little kid climbed up the tower and he looked in and he was like,
Is there like
"Fuck, give me
dudes
that."
like straight fucking like getting it in there too?
In the show?
What,
Oh
fuck
yeah,
it?
so it's like the modern days like that.
Like dudes fucking dudes?
Oh yeah, dudes fucking dudes.
Oh,
I'll,
yeah,
I'll be
there's-
honest with you. They're like this. I was thinking about this the other day with the all the gay characters in Game of Thrones. Is whenever they show like a gay character in that show, like when they show them together, they're never just hanging out. They're always doing like sexual things. Like there's always a scene where they're just like they're pushing information for sure, but
Yeah.
they have to be like fucking or like fucking around, screwing, like while they do it if they're alone. They never have a scene where they're just fucking chilling,
Yeah.
like sipping some wine as two gay dudes that are a couple together. They always have to be fucking, which is weird. Like,
Yeah, they're just
it's like you really have to like, come on, dude. That's not all gay
So-
dudes'
yeah,
life.
with
It's
gay
just them
dudes,
fucking.
yeah.
Like,
yeah, they'll be banging and then like one dude would be like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna invade next month," and they're like, "Oh, thanks for the information," and it's just like,
Right.
it's like you
It's
can't just
not
meet
even like-
up,
it's
you know,
not-
at the jousting match and fucking slip me a
Straight
note.
to fucking.
right. Poke me with a lance there.
Yeah, I know. You know one dude's getting upset. Like, you just want information when we have sex. You don't want to meet
Right.
up anywhere. Like, is this all that
Why
I am?
can't we just?
Who is he?
Right.
So yeah, Jamie shows up and he comes back to Winterfell and like Anthony said, fucking risky, man, because you just showed up to the place where you pushed a kid out the window.
Yeah, you're basically at your enemy's like fucking grounds. Like you're where your enemy is and their armies. They're all
This
meeting.
dude right now that popped up on the back screen right now.
Yeah, that's Jamie. That's the guy who we're
Yeah.
talking about.
That's he
He's
just
standing trial.
dude. That's some ballsy shit.
Yeah, fucking handsome as shit.
But
too.
dude, there's so much going on with the story that
I don't know what's going on, but I have to say that's some real ballsy shit. You
It is.
fucking just walk up in there like, yo, y'all hate me, by the way, and I'm not even supposed to be in your castle. And I walked past your bridge or made a fucking tunnel or fucking did what I had to do.
No, he just showed up like that bitch was fucking Michigan Ave. He's like, I'm gonna take the easiest route.
right.
Show up.
He walked right through the front gates, dude. Or
Yeah.
he strolled right in with his
Yeah,
horse.
he was like, hey. But yeah, ballsy move by him. And this scene behind us, basically standing trial because he killed.
There's so much, like, dude, to unpack all this scene.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much, like. You can go ahead and I just interrupted you, fucking.
No, that's fine. So yeah, he's standing trial in front of Daenerys. He was like the fucking her dad's top like guardsman when her dad was king, and he killed him too.
Right.
So now it's a double whammy. Like now you got to deal with that chick. And
He was basically like the King's Guard, like the head of the King's Guard for that girl in the middle right there, you can see the back of her head for her dad's army. Like he was the king, and he went mad and he started burning people alive and shit. He just went crazy.
Yeah.
So what he did is
That's brutal.
he killed him. So he became known as the Kingslayer, basically like a traitor. He's like a man with no honor, but it was really the right thing to do, you know? Like he really actually had to do it.
So
But
everybody
he took on this stigma now.
Yeah,
that he's
everybody called him Kingslayer and shit, like as a nickname, and he didn't like it. 'Cause,
man with no honor. Like,
yeah, nobody knew the real story besides him. So every time in the series, they'd be like, "Oh, the Kingslayer," and he's just kind of like, "Eh."
The badass in the village.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, he's facing a double whammy, and I don't know, man. It was funny watching it. Daenerys ripping into him, and then I was just kind of like, the shit she was saying, like, yeah, my brother used to tell me stories about how you killed my father and stuff, blah blah blah. And at the same time, I'm like, you're sitting in between two people where your father killed their uncle and like grandpa, you bitch.
Right.
So that wasn't really focused too much. I didn't want to sidetrack of it, but it was just kind of something I realized. I was like, oh, like, okay, I guess I need to make play of this opening scene since he just got back. But
yeah, her dad killed Sansa's grandpa.
Yeah, the redhead to the right. The second most annoying character in the show.
Right. I don't like how all of a sudden now they just give her a backbone this season too. Like, I don't get that. Now she's all of a sudden ruling and she knows what the fuck she's doing and shit. Like, I know like the character's supposed to grow, but like, I feel like they did a poor job of pacing that growth. It was just like she was dumb as shit till the end of season 6.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I don't know, started to gain heavy traction and started to like know everything that was going on and stuff. I don't know.
She sounds power hungry now, kind of like she was put in that position, the first one to get back to Winterfell or whatever, and now she's like she feels like she's owed something, and even against Jon, when it's like, yo, he's the male heir, or whatever. And
there seems to be like a little theme with that because she seems to be kind of leaning towards dressing like Cersei in a way, more dark, like dominatrix type looking leather and like weird, like she looks like. And in season 7, there's a scene where she's talking with Jon, and she's talking about Cersei, and he says like, well, like it's almost like you seem to admire her in some way, and like at that point in that scene, she actually has like the same like a hairstyle that Cersei wears and stuff. Like, so it's just like, is she like really kind of like taking the best like I don't know, taking all the things from Cersei and learning from them and actually kind of becoming her in a way?
Yeah, she always would be like, always just mention like, well, if it wasn't for the deal I made with Littlefinger, like you talking to Jon Snow, like you and your army would be non-existent. You would have lost that battle. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
so
but
she's
you also could have came sooner.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that you could have showed up way sooner.
And you fucking basically you the dude that helped you killed him. Right. I'm not saying Littlefinger was like a dope dude to like trust and shit, because obviously he's not, but
he had another motive, dude. He didn't do it just to help. He did it to help himself.
Right.
You know, like there's like I don't know. I hear what you're saying though.
Nah,
that dude caught so much shit though, dude. Fuck him.
The last thing for me, at least, for this opening scene, fucking right off rip when Bran was like, the things we do for love. How Jaime just turned to the camera and was like, oh shit, because that was the thing he said.
That's what he said right before he pushed
him off, because he was banging his sister. Pushed him out. And when Bran said that,
so fucked up.
Bran said that, Jaime just looked at him and was like, and even I had to put my ice cream sandwich on. I was like, Shoot, I was like, oh my god. And they didn't really go anywhere with that at the trial. He just said it almost like a mind fuck. Like, yeah, I remember.
It was almost like, look, dude, I remember.
Yeah.
But like,
Bran looking like he's smoking the best weed.
Just
always just
couch lock.
Always sitting down and shit. Like in the first episode when Sam came up to him in the courtyard, he's like, what are you doing out here? In my head, it was just like, I'm high as fuck, man. I can't. You push me up to my room. I'm high. Got this shit from the High Garden.
And that leads into the next scene, which is basically it's a quick one. It's basically it shows a little bit more of like Jorah's redemption and as a character, and showing that him just going in and talking to Dany about how Tyrion really is like fucking really is the right choice as a hand, and how just backing him, dude. That's like a
because she was all upset after the trial because the set plan in the previous season was that Jaime's sister was gonna send up an army to fight the dead, but that was all bullshit. But Tyrion believed that and told Daenerys, and turned out to be untrue. When Jaime showed up, he was like, "Nah, that's not happening. You guys I'm sorry, but that's not happening. She's gonna fuck you guys over."
right.
So she got all mad at Tyrion, little dude, fucking Peter Dinklage, and was like,
He's basically not looking good, really.
yeah, for how wise and dope he's been in every fucking previous season, he just got, he just got duped, looking dumb as shit, and it sucks. But yeah, Ser Jorah, the man, was basically like, "Yo, I know him, solid dude." Fuck
He's
up.
like, he's straight, dude.
Yeah, he just went.
It's like he learns from his mistakes.
He's like, "You made him king, or what was it, the queen, hand of the queen? Hand of the queen, basically your advisor, hand of the queen," and I was all butthurt because you won't let me fucking
He's
slay
like,
that
basically, I've been
puss.
trying to smash this whole time.
I've
and
been
you
trying to
haven't
smash
noticed.
for like 7 seasons, and you put me in this friend zone. So I was like, all right, worst case, I get hand of the queen, and then you give it to that little dude. I was crushed, but here I am vouching for him. He's solid, and so she gets over it, and I don't know. That's a dope ass outfit, man.
Yeah,
George
dude.
wearing. I want that shit.
He's tight.
I mean, I ain't gonna wear it in public because that shit's dorky as fuck.
Maybe
But
at the Renaissance Festival.
Renaissance, yeah.
Show up there.
You'd be looking ballin' as hell.
Get one of them turkey legs.
Nah, don't get one of them turkey legs.
No?
Hell no, them bitches are nasty as hell.
You're whacked, dude.
too much food
I ain't whack. Go get one, dude.
I've had them, dude. Smoked turkey leg,
at
dude.
the
Dude.
Renaissance.
Dude, they're not as good, dude. Like
as good
you
as
think.
what?
Dude, I feel like they've just been sitting there forever, dog. Like they're overcooked for sure.
They're smoked. You can't over smoke. I mean, I guess you
Dude,
can.
yeah,
but-
you can over smoke, dude. They were definitely over smoked. Maybe I just had a bad one.
Were you
And
over
yeah.
smoked?
Absolutely.
I'm a little over smoked.
Maybe, I mean, like, not right now. I mean, like, when you showed up, you're like, let me
No.
get the fuck
If he was
out.
over
Let me get
smoked, you would
that.
have enjoyed it.
I mean,
And then
I
been
was in
like-
there for a good hour, and I got
Start eating it. Like, you guys stuffing the fucking.
And
go with
me
this
and my
shit?
girlfriend, we both got one. We were like, yeah, this shit's tough as fuck. This is not a smoke. This is not supposed to be.
Were you wearing the traditional medieval outfit?
Nah.
Oh, they saw you and were like,
Oh yeah,
Like-
dude. Well, no wonder.
yeah, they didn't want to give you the good turkey. Like, they're like, yo, turkey leg
They're
is
like,
for
save
the
that for the-
high noblemen.
I'd be like, well, you
They
know
just
what?
gave you like fucking Oscar Mayer, like,
Fuck you.
It's like save those for the
Fog.
real larpers.
Oh yeah.
you
That don't
you
tip.
get out of line with your
If I don't
fucking.
know what tipping is.
Well, there was no tipping back in the Renaissance fair, dude. Or like
Well,
era,
it's
dude.
there now.
Right.
It
Yeah, you
says
just fuck 'em.
tips.
Well, they're for real
Says
about staying in
tips.
character, dude.
Yeah, they are. They are, man.
When you order beer too, it says tips.
There.
Oh yeah, they're like, thank you, kind sir.
Right.
They just see one of them on their phone
Thank
and
you,
shit. Like,
kind sir.
Yes, we do accept Venmo.
yes.
Apple Pay. Yes.
One turkey leg for the sun, milady.
Slay.
But like, yo, man, I don't know why you're talking all weird, but let me get a fucking
Yo, just
pint
how,
of beer.
how
and
many
one
dollars is the turkey leg? I
turkey.
asked
14 silver coins, my lord.
You're like, oh my
You
god.
can stop that right now.
11 coppers.
11 coppers, my sir.
All right, well, I got my
Coppers?
debit card. Can I use that? They're like, yes.
Oh, what is this futuristic device in your hand? 11 coppers, my lord. All right, 11 pennies coming up. Here you go, motherfucker.
You guys use Apple Pay?
Oh. Like, hey, man, my phone died. You got a charger back there? A charger? No. Like, dude, stop. He's like, I have to stay in character. They're watching us. Just the camera moves. It's like, like, you got a camera up there. It just moved. He's like, the camera booth is down
mean-
the yard.
You mean the Eye of the Raven?
Yes. The camera is our son.
Dude, you guys are killing it right now.
So,
I hope someone's watching.
I don't know, man. You got a bunk turkey leg because you weren't looking.
They
like,
are. I get what you're saying. They are not what you expect.
No, not at all.
Right.
Thank you.
But I personally enjoyed it. It was
Dude, those pickles.
Yeah, it like our
Yeah.
producer said. It depends how drunk you are. Then I think you get in more character.
Yeah.
Because if I was
agree
a
on
fucking,
that. I'd be
I
like
was still
fucking
drinking, dude, and show up
smashing.
hey, who wants a fucking joust?
They're like, that's
like,
in
sir,
there.
that's
and
not
they're-
for the civilians.
And that's in there. You can't do that.
Like, sir, you can't joust. You're not a professional. Like,
You guys remember the throw the tomatoes at the jacket?
oh
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Or
fucking tomato
throwing
throwers.
tomahawks
Right.
too. Those are cool. Dude, nailed them. Me too.
You fucking biffed the fucking the Joe Jester or whatever with the tomato.
Oh, yeah.
Was that a thing, or you just brought a tomato?
No,
No, they have it there.
tomatoes to you and you
Right.
throw them
Oh, really?
Right.
in front of you while you do it.
You're just pelting people with
It's-
fucking tomatoes, and the guy's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm allergic
It's
to
basically
tomatoes."
like what you want that thing to be at the or at the carnival. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah,
not the
'cause I've
circus.
never been.
Where like the clown is in the dunk
Yeah.
tank,
Mhm.
but you actually get to throw
Peg 'em
tomatoes
with
at the
tomatoes.
clown.
It's sweet.
basically
Shit,
what
I'm
it is.
slicing that tomato, putting it on my turkey leg.
I mean, you take a bite out of that motherfucker, throw it at him, dude.
Just spit on it, like, "Don't move."
He'd be like,
He's
yo.
just
He's like, don't.
Like, "Hey man, come on!" Like, you broke character. It's just two big like knights come up. They just take them. They just bring out another sorry guy. He's
They
like,
literally behead him in front of the crowd.
They really do it.
He's eliminated
really
for
do.
the,
Oh my
whole
God.
year.
Hey, they're gonna reenact the beheading. Let's go watch. And they just do it like,
It was really good.
oh.
Yeah, for real.
He's like, please, I didn't read the contract fully. Like, and here's Thomas's last words. Pull it. Just a big fat dude. Like, kind of like I feel like every executioner is like top heavy, and I mean like he's buff up top, and he's just got like this. I kind of like the party gut.
Right. And then
So,
tiny
yeah,
legs.
you just
super
push
thin legs.
wearing like leather pants with. I don't know if they had belts back then, but it's always a rope. Like the dude kills people every fucking day, and it's like, can you buy him a fucking respectable belt? He doesn't even have a T-shirt. Why doesn't he have a T-shirt?
You could throw a hood on this guy. It's not
Yeah.
gonna help shade the shame in his body that he goes, fuck.
The first executioner, they were probably like, look, we're on a tight budget.
Fuck that one up.
You're doing this to redeem all your past crimes, so you have to kill people now as a constant reminder of where you would have been. He's like, okay, that sounds fair. So here's your outfit. It's just some black leather cloth. You decide what you're gonna wear. He's like, I gotta make this up, and he's like, they're like, yeah, well, we can behead you. He's like, okay. He's like, can I at least get some rope? They're like, okay. And they're like, your first execution's tomorrow. He just shows up. You just got the hood and black pants, the leather pants. It's like you didn't want to put a shirt on or anything. It's kind of hot out here. You could have wore shorts. You're covering your face in
Well, I
black.
didn't
He's
wanna
like,
get it dirty.
yeah, I didn't really think about that. You know that 5 coins you gave me? I bought beer.
Right.
Then I made this
It's
outfit.
like, are you drunk right now?
Like, we gave you more fabric for an outfit. He's like, yeah, I just did it. Look, man, you guys were going to kill me, and you made me the executioner. That's your problem. But you know what would be funny is that if you were on this block one day, so fucking just turn it around. I don't know. Every time I think of a fucking, oh, we're still talking about Game of Thrones. Anyways,
Yeah, let's just switch to the next scene.
yeah, next
The
scene.
next scene is we'll go over this one quick. This is
They don't do anything sexual, which could be misleading, LB. But, you know, you think 2 hot chicks are alone.
oh yeah, also that last scene led to Jorah also giving the idea that Danny should come talk to fucking Sansa, because that's how
Oh,
they
yeah,
end
yeah,
it,
yeah.
which is also like good on his part.
So
this we got like cat fight number 2 here.
Yeah,
It starts
they're not-
out strong and nice, just like yeah.
it didn't. It started off strong, and then they just kind of turned into something that was like, all right, you two obviously
Right.
don't like each other.
They got to their point of disagreement and then pretty much gave up on the whole interaction.
So Milady on the right, that's Daenerys. She's gonna be the queen, or wants to be, and the Milady on the left, she's
the Lady of Winterfell.
Lady of Winterfell, and
Milady's.
the new.
Those are the 2 ladies that were in the first scene that
Mhm.
you could see the backs of their heads.
Yeah. Yeah, basically they just lady on
Lady.
the left didn't come to an agreement that she's gonna bend the knee to any kind of queen. So they kind of it starts off strong, like a nice conversation, and it just turns into Sansa, lady on the left, being like, yeah, we vowed never to bend the knee to any queen or king anymore after what happened, after us fighting and losing so many family members to take back our own home. So, and then it got interrupted. I kind of forgot how it got interrupted. It was like abrupt, like something else was going on.
Yeah, it was what was it?
Something happened after this that I feel like wasn't that.
Oh yeah, it was basically that to tell them that the next scene. You can go ahead and switch to the next scene.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Theon shows up
Yeah, the dude with no dick.
and says that he wants to fight for Winterfell after he really does have no dick.
Yeah,
Dan gave us the producer
Yeah.
gave us a look. He got his dick chopped off.
Yeah,
Some guy tortured him and held him prisoner, chopped off his dick.
his wiener. His parts, my lord. They
You
exist
cut
no
off
more.
my pot, me lord.
My jitty bottoms.
They cut off my wiener. In my bills. So yeah, they're hugging.
Yeah. This was
My
a
jitty bottoms.
this was a real tender moment for me because I really do want to see Theon redeem himself in some way, and I feel like he's on his way to do that.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. He
I love underdogs. Sorry.
No,
He started off as like comic relief type of character at first, and then he turned into like an enemy.
like
He pretty
really
much took over Winterfell while one of the Starks were away.
Yeah, he was just backstabbing and got greedy and forgot where he came from and started doing shit for his family, which was a motive to fuck over the family that raised him, the Starks. And
So basically, when he was young, he got offered to the Starks as like a peace offering. Basically,
Yeah.
they basically he gave away his son, which is him,
Theon.
to the Starks. So basically, they raised him since he was a kid. So like, so all he knows is he's always wanted to be a Stark, but they've always known he's not. So he's never really fit in fully, and so that kind of motivates him to like try to connect with his actual family. So that's when he tries to. He's kind of lost. He's lost as a person. So he takes over Winterfell for his family, and he kind of fucks everything over. He fucks up who he is and stuff from that, and then it kind of spirals downhill as a character, and he eventually gets fucking kidnapped by the Boltons, and that's when that dude just tortures him for like a season and a half and cuts his dick off, dude.
Yeah.
And, like,
That's so fucked up.
belittles
Yeah.
him. He has two whores come in. Like two whores come in, and they're like, he's like fucking, he's like tied down or whatever. I don't think he's tied down yet. They're like about to fuck him, and then he pretty much comes in, and he's like, "No, you're not fucking these whores," and then he cuts his dick off.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's fucking
dude.
wild.
Yeah, there was See, at the time when I watched that part,
My Pepe.
yeah, when I watched that part, I was like, "That's what you get."
Right.
And then slowly, as episodes and the seasons were going on, he was having an arc like redemption and shit. And I was like, "Ah, man, I'm sorry, about
Yeah.
your dick."
That's what's cool about this show, man. This all happens over like obviously like 8 seasons. So like this dude goes from like you like him, and then you fucking hate this guy. You fucking hate him, and you're glad that he gets his dick cut
Yeah.
off. And then eventually you're like, man, I kind of want to fucking feel bad for this dude.
Yeah.
So you want him to redeem himself because deep down that's all he wants is like a redemption. He wants to like he feels bad for what he did and stuff. He really does. And I kind of like teared up in this scene, to be honest. If I'm being for real, I kind of teared up, dude, because it was like, man.
Yeah, it's a powerful fucking scene, like especially her hugging him, because she was like the hardest, because she's a Stark. She was the hardest on him about everything.
She was always like, "You're not a Stark."
Yeah,
dude.
like, you're
always was the firstborn to tell him. That,
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he was like mentally broken because of all the events that happened, and then when he finally like he helped save her from the same family that cut his Johnson off. So when they escaped and defeated that family, she was still like, "You're forgiven. We're not going to execute you, obviously, but you'll never be a Stark. That'll never happen.
Right.
So, but this scene, she kind of sees him for the first time in I don't know how long, but she knows obviously he came back to fight for the Starks in such like a dire time that she gave him that like closure, almost like a true
acceptance
forgiveness.
at least.
I like that.
Yeah.
He helped her escape because she was also like one of the characters sold her to the Boltons, the same people that cut his dick off. So they're in the same spot, pretty much prisoner at the same time, and he helped her escape and stuff. That was like the start of his redemption.
Oh, no shit.
Right. It's crazy though, like it's wild. Like the amount of character growth and stuff. It's crazy. The show is wild, dude.
I'm definitely gonna have to get into it.
You have to give it time though, dude. You have to like let everything build. Not that it's not good at first, but I'm just saying like it gets so much better, dude. And layered and everything, like it's crazy.
Then after this scene was
We basically get like a console meeting. It's basically a war strategy scene. Everybody's together in one room talking about what's gonna happen because there's an army of the dead coming. Like I don't know how many, like 100,000 or something like that.
yeah, that's what they claim, like about 100,000
dead people that are coming. They broke down the wall that stops them from going south. Like
Yeah.
this magical ice wall that's like huge as fuck. They broke it down with a fucking dragon.
Yeah, and anybody that they kill in battle and stuff, the leader, the Night King, reanimates them basically.
He can
so
bring
now
them back
there's
to life
zombies
to
and
fight.
they fight for his army, so it just grows. His army just grows with each fucking battle.
They have
and
giants.
Giants
Zombie
and shit,
giants,
dude.
It's fucking crazy. Like huge.
That's fucking sick.
So yeah, dude, this scene was dope because it was like, okay, it kind of prepares you for the next episode. Like, you know that shit's gonna happen,
Right.
and this is like the least creepy Bran has been in like a long
Right.
time. How he's interacting and what was the? Yeah, he just admits like yeah, he's coming for me because he saw me and he grabbed my arm and he had that
Right.
scar on his arm. And
So this whole like 8 seasons we've been knowing about this fucking Army of the Dead, but they barely show you shit. Like they'll show you like a few scenes of them and their progression of their part of the story, like a season, dude. So you only see a little bit up until this last season where it's like shit's starting to go down, you know.
Okay.
So like you barely see it. So we finally are getting like what this Night King's motive is. Like we finally understand what the fuck he's even after, which is like something people have been waiting for forever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And so we basically find out that he's after him, Bran, who's like this. It's called a Green Seer in the books. It's basically like this type of power that allows you to like see through time. You can see every event that happened, pretty much. Like, so like he's basically called the Three-Eyed Raven now. So he can basically see all points in time. So he's basically has been manipulating everything by going back in time and like setting things up for it to go down the way that he needs it to go down for whatever reason. It's crazy. But yeah, we find out that
That's
he's after
nuts.
him because he has this power. He's out to erase like the memory of humans, like the
Night King.
humanity as a whole, like everything that has built up. So, and one way to do that is erase like humanity's memory, which would be green seers like him, people that can just see in the past and like, you know what I mean?
yeah. So
So fucking death metal, dude.
yeah, dude, it's so metal. Like, hey, you know that Night King, the fucking guy that's slowly coming for humanity. Like, what's his motive? What's his motive for fucking 7 full seasons? And then this scene, Bran, he's like, yeah, he just wants to make everybody a zombie, erase memories, make everybody. He said like the endless night, a winter that never ends, and I was just like, fuck yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah, that was awesome. And there's probably so many upset people like, that's his motive?
Right.
Like, yeah, man.
Right.
That's his motive. You trying to resolve a parking ticket?
Right.
That shit was dope. But yeah, man, this scene was cool. Just kind of gets
That's
you
really the
in
most
gears for
important
that.
thing that comes from this scene, at least.
Yeah,
least I feel.
that and like the majority of the characters are now like significant characters are in the same room for like everybody's reunited and shit.
Right.
So that's another like significant part in this scene. But fucking dope. What was the next scene?
We get like it's like the start of it's like a scene that kind of continues throughout the rest of the episode. It's like
Yeah, they kind of go back to it.
it's like a fireplace scene where most of the characters are just kind of. It's like the calm before the storm, dude. The Army of the Dead is gonna be there before the morning's over. Like, so they're just like waiting it out. So they're basically like, oh, it's gonna be our last night. So they're all just hanging out by the fire, pretty much, dude.
Drinking wine and shit.
And the first thing that happens when they show this part of the scene is they just give us some comedy, pretty much, with Tormund being all weird.
Yeah,
And
the
he's
big
just all
gnarly dude
awkward,
standing up on the left.
dragging that chair to sit down. He like puts the chair right in front of the fireplace. You know what I mean? Like, everybody else is like looking at the
cold.
fireplace, and he just puts it right. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like right in the way of the fireplace, dude. Like, you not get what's going on here, dude.
Hey man, you're big as shit. You want to move a little
Right.
bit? Nobody's gonna say that to that guy because look at him.
He's all
One.
warm as fuck already, dude. Look at him with all fucking.
Yeah, people call him Giantsbane. This is what we learned in the scene about him. They tell us why he's called Giantsbane, because he sucked on the teat of a giant when he was fucking a baby. That's how he was like nourished as a child. One of the giants.
And that's how he got so big and strong. Giant titty milk.
Big boy.
Big old
I
ginger.
just thought that was funny, to be honest.
Big boy.
Yeah, this scene really, it's like comedy relief. And just them all kind of.
It's like the setup of a couple cool things that happens at this fire.
And they're all kind of like, yeah, we're all gonna die. Just like no hope.
Right.
What was the next scene?
We get the Hound and Arya, which was a cool scene I liked.
Hound seems different to me. But
What
I
do you
guess
mean?
that's kind of the point.
Right.
I don't know, like,
That's kind of what she's like, what she realizes at the beginning of the scene, and then it seems to accept at the end of it, because she's like, what are you even, like, when have you ever fought for anyone but yourself, you know? And he's like, I fought for you, didn't I? And
Oh,
then she
yeah.
kind of realizes, like, he is, like, he is different, really.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's kind of what this scene was telling us, really.
he's just been so fucking brutal for so long. He's just kind of like,
He's all jaded and old and
yeah.
I did like him and Barrick talking right here too when he shows up a little bit later in this scene. When he's talking about how he's like, when the Lord of Light be disappointed if he brought you back all these times just to have me throw you off of this balcony and kill
Yeah.
you for the final time.
Yeah.
Because before this other character that shows up, he's been brought back to life like how many times? Like
It's like 9 times. 10
9 times or something by this guy who, like, I guess he's a priest of the Lord of Light, so he can basically resurrect certain people that are like chosen or whatever. And this dude's been brought back to life 9 times, and the guy that been bringing him back died like at the end of last season. So he's basically like, yeah, dude, what if he brought you back all these times just to have me throw you off this balcony right now and kill you, dude? Like,
So just to throw you off this fucking balcony.
that would be disappointing, wouldn't it?
Like, that's the last. your last life is me throwing you off the balcony, buddy. Yeah. Next scene was.
We got Arya's sex scene, and I decided to put this image because it had me cracking up as soon as it shows her. She's like shooting arrows, practicing right now, and he's just creeping in the background, dude, looking at her, dude. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, that's how the scene opened up. I'm like, damn.
I was like,
this turned into a sex scene.
honestly, it looked like it reminded me of fucking
Bran just staring at
no
everybody.
where fucking Jamie Lee Curtis is up against the wall and just Michael Myers is just like,
Oh yeah, yeah, for real, dude.
Like, look at
Comes
him.
out right.
So when Dan pulled this up, I was like, yo man, you got the wrong thing up. This is we'll do Halloween next week. For some reason we'll do it. But I was like, oh wait, that's not the shape, man. That's fucking Gendry. But yeah, he creeped up and he's just all Michael Myers and shit, stoic. He's like, but he's British, so he's just like, oh, go here. You need some fish to go with your chips, because it's a sex scene.
Yeah.
Let me give you some more tartar sauce. He's probably saying all that stuff, like whispering it to himself in that exact shot.
Right.
He's like practicing, like, all right, what are you gonna say to her? She's kind of cute. She's younger than you. All right, get a hold. All right, you want me to chips your fish? She overhears. I like, what? Who's there? It's just me. Just me. Hello. It's dark down here. That whole time he's like saying it's me, he's still in that position, like still in the dark, like I can understand this bad lighting, but you're gonna have to move forward. I can't see exactly what you're doing. He's like, forward.
Yes,
like this.
forward. Yes.
Yeah, but he's not like that. He is kind of awkward. Not that awkward like how I portrayed him, but like
Right.
he like because she asked him about like how many women he's slept with or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, and he
And
was
first of all, it's like, don't worry about it.
yeah, like what are you like
coming
fucking
to me right now?
What are you like 19, little girl?
Right.
You got your weapon. I made
This
for you.
scene was particularly weird for me, just because like this character, Arya, we've known her since she was like a small child, and she's now old enough in the show that she's now having sex for the first time. This scene, yeah. That she's now having sex for the first time, so it's such a weird scene, dude.
Yeah.
Seeing her get naked and shit, dude. It's like,
Yeah,
what
she
is
was-
this?
Already?
Yeah, like the show started. They started filming. I think like 09, maybe 2010. She was probably like 13.
Right.
So she starts off this as like little kid, and then like, obviously 2019, she's older and shit. But it was just kind of like, huh?
Right.
Like you better back off, Michael Myers. You fucking take your shape somewhere else, man. Fuck. They ended up fucking because she was like, I want to know what it's like.
Because we could die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because the army of the dead's on the way.
Trumpets.
And he's like, you do want my fish and chips. She's like, what?
Take nothing.
He's like, too late. And they just cue the Benny Hill music. The backlash of that, like, well, you use the Benny Hill music for the dude's sex scene, and the directors or whatever, they're like, yeah, like why? Like, well, we just had extra money around, so we're just like, fuck it. How much did that cost you? $28 million.
It was like either have the Benny Hill song for the sex scene or have elephants in the battle.
They're supposed to have elephants in the first episode of this season, and it didn't happen or whatever. So they were just like,
The
You know
Golden
what?
Company
That
is
Benny
this
Hill-
fucking army for hire from Essos, and they have like war elephants and stuff in the books,
yeah,
and like they addressed it in the show why they didn't fucking put that. I'm sure it's a budget thing. They didn't want to fucking spend to have like also put aside from dragons and all this other stuff, fucking elephants as well. So they're like, yeah, elephants don't do well on long sea voyages. So like that's how they wrote them off on the like in the show.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, we're not getting elephants. This guy, we're just gonna nip it in the bud right now and tell you, episode
No
1,
elephants,
like no elephants, guys.
no elephant. Like first day on set, no elephants.
Right.
We're not even shooting that scene,
Right.
you dick. There's a more subtle way to go about that. He's like, oh,
All right.
forget that last part about not having elephants. Like, so are we gonna have elephants? We're not. He just keeps looking at the other guy. He's like, dude, we. All right, everybody, take 30. Come back and. First day of shooting, dude's just like fucking it up. Like, God, who's fucking doing this? 8 seasons in this.
That's hilarious.
He's like, we still got the Benny Hill music coming, right? Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. Action. So yeah, they bang and whatever. Next scene.
Next
That's
scene,
the best picture you picked of her.
I don't.
She's
There
so
wasn't-
beautiful, like outside character, like in real life. She's gorgeous. So
But
they,
you never see her like this, and that's like the theme of this.
smiling.
I mean, like you never really see her like she's embracing that she actually really wants to be a knight, and she's finally got what she really
Yeah.
wanted, dude. I don't know.
So she finally got knighted. I don't know.
I thought that was like a endearing photo of her. There wasn't a good actual shot of like him knighting her, like with both of them in the shot, really.
Yeah, that's
I thought
true.
there was, but there really wasn't.
That's true. So yeah, this is Brianna Tarth. She's always wanted to be a knight, but for
Because you're a woman.
because fucking sexist pigs. Yeah. I don't think anybody was throwing that term around back in the day or this universe.
Right.
She always wanted to be a knight, couldn't because she's a woman. But she's a very honorable woman, and Sir Jaime, the Kingslayer, says, "Well, it's not written that you have to be a male. It's just a knight has to do that knighting.
A knight can knight a knight. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a king that knights a knight.
So he's like, "Come on, get your big ass up."
Because she's supposed to be like huge, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
Bri-
she's
yeah,
a big
Brienne.
ass bitch, dude.
She's a big woman. Yeah, so she's like, "What?" Because this is the fireplace scene. So they're all sitting there, and Jaime gets up, says that it has to be a knight knighting a knight. He moves back a little bit, like into this open space, and everybody's just kind of like, when he says that about her being knighted, she just like, everybody just looks at Brienne, and they're like staring at her, and it's like,
get up,
bitch.
knighted.
How long you been waiting for this? Get up. Walk your big ass over there.
She looks at Pod, who is vocal about definitely only wanting to be a knight, and that's his only goal. He's a squire for her. It's basically like her like right hand man. Like they just do everything for the knight, which even though she's not a knight yet. But so like he's like, bitch, you better fucking go get knighted. You know, like he's like looking at her like, bitch, you know how much I want this. You better go get knighted.
So yeah, she got up and bended the knee, and he did the traditional knighting thing or whatever. And this is
don't
her.
really see that much
Knotted.
in this show, which is weird.
What's that?
You don't really see. There aren't many knights. Like, you know what I mean? That's like a classic thing with like fantasy. Like, people get knighted and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really see it much in this show.
No.
Like,
Probably not at all, honestly.
there's like a few, like when they become. There's a few scenes where people come Kingsguard and they do that ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
So yeah, she gets knighted, and this is her standing up, or she could be kneeling still because she's a big bitch.
right,
But she's happy as fuck. What? I love that actress.
right.
She's awesome. I'm gonna look up her name later. But yeah, this is her after the process or whatever.
Right,
And she's all happy, and she's not much of a smiler, as you can tell.
right.
She's got a beautiful smile on the red carpet, but I feel like she's such a good actress. She was like, yeah, I can do an ugly smile.
Right.
Because she's a model, too, so she's,
Right.
like, working on her face, you know, and stuff like that, or whatever. Models
It's
do.
supposed to be
Look at
like
her
her.
face.
She's
You know,
like
like how they smile, and they just give that look. They're like,
she's like a rock of a human. So like, I don't know. It was like a broken through smile. You know what I mean? Like shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, man, I can't help but to smile here, like this,
Yeah.
basically crying.
She cool, though.
Yeah, we got like, I feel like the most important, like, information for as far as like the actual story arc of this season, where like in the next scene, the next notable scene, which is where, oh yeah, I forgot. Actually, not this one.
Oh, yeah,
I
this
forgot
is
about this one.
This is when Sam Tarley, Fat Boy, gave Sarah Jorah,
His family sword,
yeah.
which is a huge deal.
Yeah, you just don't give those away. I think you hold on to those or something.
Yeah, it was. it
But
was real nice seeing the full circle thing, because like he gave his family sword, or he didn't accept the family sword that John offered to him, that his dad gave him from the Night's Watch. Like Jorah turned it down because, you know, he's like, yo, dude, I failed my family.
yeah, I
And
did
then
some
he
shit.
it comes full circle, and Sam gives him his family sword, and it's like, man, hell yeah, dude, that's fucking real tight. Jorah's finally getting something.
Yeah.
Like,
About to put this on eBay.
that's Valerian steel too, man. So like, that's the super, like, one of the. It's a type of metal that kills those White Walkers, like the Army of
Zombie
the Dead.
dudes.
Like they don't die from other shit. It's like dragon glass and Valerian steel and fire is the only thing that kills these motherfuckers.
Yeah. So that was dope. He got the sword. This is towards the end of the episode, so you know that Jorah is going to be out there on that field.
He's gonna be cutting down fucking.
He's one of my
walkers, dude.
favorite characters, but
Zombie.
Yeah.
it's funny they play that song during the battle scene.
Yeah. It kind of works because it's like the song is actually like themed in war, like
Yeah.
they're against war.
And
Like,
their bomb.
they'd be fighting and shit.
And maybe they
And
can.
their swords and their
Maybe they could. Yeah. Maybe they could just edit it to where it's like, and they're bumps, but like the White Walkers are zombies, and they're zombs,
Yeah.
and they're zombs, zombie. There you go.
Yeah.
For that battle scene's like 40 minutes. Get sick of that song real quick.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
just mute it.
Yeah,
Like
for real.
just
Oh
mute
my
it.
God.
Like I can watch it like this. I'll just. I would just go on my phone and play. I would just go on my phone and
People are
play
just fighting too
battle
loud. It's like,
scenes.
ha, ha.
Or they could just play the Benny Hill song. Like we can use it twice. Yeah.
Oh
I'm
man.
gonna have to roll out of here after these scenes.
For real.
My head feels like it's about to explode. My allergies are kicking my ass so bad right now. It sucks.
Man. So okay, we'll go to the next scene.
Next scene is I think we missed one here. Yeah, but it was I deleted one and an extra one. Whatever. We'll just talk about the scene the most important one that I don't have a screenshot for, I guess, which is
Yeah. So it's what is this? Telling Danny. Okay.
yeah, it's pretty much John when John finally tells her that he's who he is finally after.
And yeah, John and Danny they're in love and they've been banging in the last episode.
He finds out the episode before this, right? Yeah.
The first episode, yeah.
He finds out the episode before this that he's really the true rightful heir to the Iron Throne, which means he's the girl he's been banging's fucking nephew. So basically, he's been banging his aunt, and he just finds out. So
Dude.
right.
Yeah, man.
This show's so fucked up.
It's crazy though.
Yeah, so
But it's like
I'll fuck your sister. I'll fuck your aunts.
Right.
I'll
But
fuck
it's not
your
like-
brothers.
it's really
I'll
not.
fuck you.
gotta
really
keep the
not
family,
like-
man.
Yeah,
that,
it's like
though.
rednecks at mid-age. Alright.
They didn't know though. You know what I'm
I
saying?
Yeah.
know.
So that makes it okay.
Rednecks didn't know either.
That means they can keep doing it.
Yeah. It was funny, like when he told her, like, hey, my real name is Aegon Targaryen, and I'm like related to you, and she's like, so that means you're the true heir to the Iron Throne, something I've been going after. It's like, yo, I don't know if you heard me, but I'm your nephew, and
Right.
this shit we gotta
Right.
figure out.
Right.
You're worried about the throne right now?
Right.
So
It's another thing I found, like another thing about that is I understand why, because like you have to push this narrative because it's the last,
yeah.
it's the last fucking season, and they have to like, and they know it's just for the drama. But dude, if you think about it logically, like, dude, the Army of the Dead's about to be here, dude. Couldn't you have waited to tell her? Like, did you have to throw that into like wrench into the fucking machine, dude, right now? Like,
and Sam was like, you'll find the perfect time,
right?
and that's the fucking time you picked,
Right. Like,
right before the battle.
It's like, all right,
What if she fucking
lets him die.
yeah, dude. Bum bum bum.
She might, dude.
Yeah. She sucks. I don't even like her.
If they really push this whole like her finally turning evil, which is like something I kind of moved away. The idea I kind of moved away from a couple seasons ago because they weren't really giving me enough of that to make me warrant me actually believing they were going to take it that route.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like I don't know, like you're really going to do that now with the last season? I don't know. That seems like a little too late to turn her evil, or or I guess the idea is like she progressively got that way, but it's like, dude, if it's going to go that far this quick in this season, like she was just went and saved his life beyond the wall, and now she's like, you know what, I'm just going to
That's how bad she wants that fucking
Right.
throne.
I guess, but I don't know. It just seems like poor idea,
Yeah.
like at this point at least, with the
I mean, I
pacing
wouldn't-
of the show.
I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes it gets revealed that she is just batshit crazy like her
She
dad.
just turns out to be the next
just fucking
Mad
nuts.
King,
Yeah,
the
she
next
was just-
Mad Queen.
Yeah, or not even becoming queen, but just like that's who she turns into
Right.
or something. Like it's revealed that she's just batshit crazy like her dad, and I mean she's burned alive a lot of people.
Right. A few, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Well, a lot of people because of the army, but yeah.
Well, yeah, the army. Besides that, but like, just with no regards to
Like fucking
some
Sam's family and shit.
Sam's family, and then fucking that Marine or whatever that were crucified.
Oh,
All
yeah.
those people too.
Yeah.
Like that's not, obviously not burning alive, but like, damn,
Yeah, she has burned alive a lot of people, dude. For
Yeah.
real.
what a bitch.
I
Set him on fire.
mean, they might go that route. I just feel like I feel like the story isn't like void of that idea. Like it's not impossible for the story to go that far. But I just feel like with the pacing of these last two seasons, them being like shorter in length, that like it just doesn't feel right to do it like, this far into the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's enough or something.
Speaking of shorter in length, this scene is Peter Dinklage. He's a midget. This is basically him looking over.
This is the fucking the Army of the Dead shows up, dude. This is where the final scene. This is what they leave us with. You
Yeah.
see him marching in the distance. Camera just pans out, and then you eventually see him.
Just as far as I can see, zombies.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so it leaves us on that cliffhanger, basically meaning, well, not really a cliffhanger because you know what's coming, but
All right.
just the third episode. It's the longest episode too.
Yep.
It's like an hour and a half, and it's just, goddamn.
It's gonna be a hour and a half of a fucking gnarly battle, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
They got top battle of the bastards.
So many people like beloved and main characters are just gonna die, and it's just
Right.
like,
What was the other like Army of the Dead like battle scene that they had? It was like
Hard Home.
Hard Home.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit was fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be more of that, dude. It's gonna be awesome. All right, my dude.
All right. Here's the classic toilet paper in the nose.
Rock and roll.
Where's he at on there, dude?
Yeah, we can't see him.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Fucking just say bye. Plug
Bye,
in
guys.
if you got it.
Indian Warrior CO. Click in. Dial in. Tap in. Good night. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Drive safe, bud. Oh yeah. Anyways, how long have we been going here? If you hour and 50? Oh.
Oh, hour and time.
Oh, all right.
Something like that. I'll just go to the Facebook and see that running time.
Anyways, later,
See you,
dude. But yeah, that was season 8, episode 2, man. I can't wait for season fucking 8, episode 3, man. I'm stoked.
Dude, it was so much fucking better than the first episode.
Yeah.
And I get why it was. Like, they're basically preparing you for the third episode, the big battle of Winterfell. And it's almost like, damn, that second episode was just setting it up, and it was so dope.
Right.
Fucking third episode? Like, some shit's gonna happen.
I think that this past episode made the first one a little bit better, to be honest. Like,
Yeah?
because like, obviously, I've come to terms with I'm not getting a fucking dope, crazy shit happening every episode this season, which kind of sucks. But I'm like, I do like the pacing of it, at least in its own regard. Of like, we got 2 episodes of build up to this battle that's gonna be dope, and then I'm kind of curious of what happens after that. Really, so it's got me wondering. I know that.
Damn. I think next week I'll be working when that episode's airing live. But I think I'm just gonna, depending on how late it is and shit, try to watch the first 3 all in order.
Right.
Try to do one of those. Dude was having a hard time breathing over here.
Helby.
Yeah. I felt bad.
That motherfucker, dude.
That's on his phone, is it? Over there? Plugged in.
Yeah, that might be Dan's.
Is that your
Oh,
phone,
no,
Dan?
it's-
Oh. Damn, dog, you got 2 phones?
The fuck?
Poppy 2 phones. That's hilarious.
Anyways, you could probably take us off of this fucking background at least now.
So yeah, we're at like an hour and a half. Yeah. I thought he was gonna pick deep dish for sure.
Right.
I don't know. I
Seems
just
like a deep tip dish type motherfucker. You know?
he's not eating no deep dish with those allergies. He's gonna choke.
Motherfucker's talking about allergies and shit, dude.
Dude, when he rolled up, this is weird. Like, this is where, like, finally he's like, now we can talk about him. Like, live and shit, you know what I mean? Like, not it's gonna be malicious or anything, but it was funny. Like, when I was outside trying to figure out my new phone and shit, I was just outside trying to figure out, and he pulled up, and I was like, oh. So I like went up to him, and he rolled the window down, and I could just tell, like, he, even with his sunglasses on, I could tell, like, he was just like, like, he was just like, I was like, oh, dude, he's sick. Like, in my head real quick, like, he's fucking sick. He's like, man, your allergies acting up? I'm like, I don't know what that is. What, allergies? I was like,
No. Right.
I was like, I don't know what allergies. Anytime I see a doctor, like, you allergic to any medication? I'm like, let's find out, baby. Give me that Vicodin. He's like, nah, I'm not allergic, but I'm fucked up right now. That's me getting the script and going to the pharmacy and coming back like, not allergic, man, but I'm pretty fucked up right now. You got anything to get off of this?
Damn, what do we got going on here? Oh, yeah. Fuck. I'll fix it.
We're gonna fix this. Oh yeah. I think he used that to wipe his nose and shit, man. You got them bugs. You can't really tell because it's green like boogers. Oh man. Finally, both of them are gone. Now I can do this. Let's fuck. All right, Dan, cue it. Yeah. You got something. Oh man. So yeah, I got this new phone today, and I was so confused because I couldn't use my data.
Don't even bother, dude. Fuck it.
You want to just sit there?
I mean, I can't sit in both at the same time.
Oh, I thought it was like stuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, is this what we're resorting to?
I got you. I actually
Yeah.
know what you mean now, and that would have worked perfectly.
I know you can't sit in both. It was like, that reminded me like earlier when, so we were doing sound check and fucking the camera shit, production or whatever, and had our producer guy Dan was like, all right, I need you guys to look at each other. And I was like, I can't look at both of them at the same time. I was like, so I just started doing this for like 10 seconds. And mind you, nobody said, okay, we're good, kind of. Honestly, now that I think about it, I don't think anybody heard me say, I don't think I can do that. Look at two people at once. There we go. Problem solved. My neck hurts.
Right.
Oh, man. Yeah, he was like, he's like, your allergies acting up? I was like, you want a cigarette to help you out? Yeah, I don't know, man, but we tried shooting for 6 o'clock, man, and fucking like just bear with us if anybody watches this.
Get rid of that fucking.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, it's hard being your own boss because it's kind of like,
Right.
I get to it.
It's hard being your own boss with this because we're not like getting any revenue yet. So that's why it's hard to be your own boss for me at least.
Yeah, man. Podcasts are like, when you're brand new to it, this shit's hard. Just like everything else when you're new to it. Unless you're like,
Yo, cut my legs out, dog. This is fucking.
unless you're like really fucking just cool and you can just, I don't know, spin the basketball on your finger right off rip. That shit is hard as fuck.
Right.
I don't know who's doing that shit right off rip. So yeah, 6 p.m. is gonna be the time unless there's like, I don't know, an
Yeah, we're definitely
unexpected
gonna start
event.
at 6 p.m. next time for sure. So
Yeah.
definitely gonna make sure that shit's ready. We gotta really get this shit down to a science, like setup and stuff. We're gonna do that after we're done with this, Dan. We're gonna mark these cameras and all that shit, dude.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like you're like not that this is like bad at all, but you're more focused on like the setup, and I'm more like, I don't know if you said, I'm like, gotta just get this fucking name trademarked,
Right,
and then we can
right.
stream just the, like, instead of the visual aspect, trademark the name and then put it on like a fucking Spotify or what's the iTunes music or some shit. I don't even know how much that costs, but that's what, like, I don't know.
Doesn't cost much, dude.
Yeah,
We'll do that soon.
I'll steal some shit.
Right.
Yo, man, how much you want for the shoes?
We'll talk about the logistics off.
Yeah. So yeah, that way people could just audio wise listen and stream at that platform. But yeah, like the logistics. Yeah, man. Shit is tough, but I mean, we've been fucking doing it like. This is 14, right?
Yep.
Fucking
It's 14 weeks, man.
3.5 months, right? 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 3.5 months, and went through. It's like we're still like trying to get the fucking like setup going,
Right.
and the start time. But during that time, we've had like things happen with like straight up like people like quitting and people just, you know,
Right.
It's just like why are we dealing with that? Like,
Right.
how about we just start on time and see if you
Right.
like doing it then?
Right.
How about we just fucking show up on time and then you can quit. Or then
That's fucking funny, dude.
then you can breathe hard as fuck or not how to, you know. I'll be honest, man. Yeah, I think about this shit all week, you know. This is
I'm
me.
glad you do, dude. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's good having people think about different stuff about it because, you know, it's not that I'm not thinking about all that
No,
stuff too,
no,
but it's just
yeah.
like, you know,
I don't know. And like with
all
the
input is good, dude.
yeah, with the shit like I just said, and Dan was cracking up. They should have just said like, "Hey, man, like, I don't know. Some people might take that as like, from one person, especially somebody you know, like, oh, you're being an asshole." It's like, no.
Right.
So it's honestly honesty helps. It honestly helps, to be honest. Just fucking straight
does.
talking and just fucking what you feeling, what you thinking.
Honestly,
you gonna
though.
be on time? Did you eat? I'm not asking you if you ate. If you didn't eat,
Right.
oh man, get a pack of lunch.
6 o'clock.
Get you some of them Lunchables and mini charcuterie boards with your fucking pickled olives and shit. I'll bring the plank. And if I show up next week with a fucking piece of wood and you ain't got your Lunchables for you to set it on, The fuck out.
Right, you're done.
See it. Oh man, feel good though. Fuck, dude, I caught myself on the Amazon trip yesterday. Cause my
You should be on the Amazon trip and buy some new microphone fucking cables for us, so I don't have to
Cables?
keep moving these back and forth between band practice and shit.
how much was it? It was like $8. Good ones.
Probably more than that for sure.
Yeah.
Right. You can just buy your own one of your own,
Oh.
and I'll just buy my own, so we don't have to like.
Yeah, like that's the thing, dude. Is that I got my refund, so I feel hood rich.
All right. That's.
But I
dangerous.
haven't fucking gone and spent shit. So it's just like I was just not even thinking about my return. I was just like, oh man, I was like, I haven't clicked this button, and it's the Amazon app.
Right.
Because the IRS, the refund is making me subconsciously do that.
Right.
It's like, whoa, it's like Amazon. I haven't been in here in a while. Oh, I had to like blow on the notification button. I was like, oh, Amazon. Then I looked into like what I had for save for later. And it was just like everything we talked about. I had like a hardwood fucking table, like in my basket, and I got like those sweet fucking cameras and shit that you just screw on.
Right.
Clamp on the clamp cameras with the nice arm and shit. What would be dope is to have that table and just get the arm clamps, but instead of the camera, just the fucking microphone. And just be all cool moving
Right.
around. But
It sounds like it's a good idea, but with the green screen and stuff, dude, there's just
Yeah.
not practical because arms would be in cameras and there'd be like
Yeah.
random ass shit.
yeah, I mean,
It's like if we want to do
I
like a
didn't buy
table
it.
thing, we should just not even worry about right.
I didn't buy it, so let me just cancel that order. They're like shipment sent. Like fuck, it's like 5 minutes ago. This guy was
feel like if
shoving
I feel like
fucking
if-
toilet paper up his nose. That's when I ordered it. You were saying what you
I was just
feeling?
gonna say, I feel like if we're gonna do the table route, we should just like not do green screen at all, and just have us be in the room and put cool posters on the wall. You know what I mean? And have a table. If we're gonna
Yeah,
do
do you
that,
think-
so we don't have to worry about green screen shit? But
Yeah,
kinda
that's
like
true.
The direction of this. So
the
far.
green screen.
Yeah,
You think this is causing seizures?
I don't know. Maybe.
I was
Never
thinking
thought
about that the
about
other
it.
day. I was legit thinking about the other day. I was like, just thinking about the backdrops and how like when Dan was, like we'd talk about something and then we'd go into the movie theater and
Right.
put something up. I was just thinking about each like backdrop we had, and I thought about this, the main one. I was like, I wonder if anybody's just like, oh yeah, gonna check out Kennan's fucking. So I was just like, oh man.
Right. I don't know. Maybe.
If anybody, I mean, at least they're watching.
I was just gonna say. I
Sorry.
feel like they have to be watching first before they
Yeah.
catch seizures. Seizures. Rather.
Seizure salad. That's all. I don't know why I laughed that hard at seizure salads. Like, it's weird. I don't like. I crack up at a lot of things. It's usually stuff I say. But but seizure salads, like shit like that.
Shit's funny.
Yeah. Oh, yesterday I told a funny joke. It was like a clever joke to kitchen Mike in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and he kind of didn't laugh.
Right.
And I got kind of upset. I thought he was mad
Right.
or something.
Right.
I was just like, okay. But later on, I said something like, oh man, I think I said something. All right, I'll just go with this. I was like, hey, you pass me that green knife, and he passed me the green knife, and I was like, yeah, green like boogers, and he laughed at that. I was just like, damn. I was like, did you just laugh at boogers? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay. It was just funny. Shit just goes over people's heads, and boogers will just out the ballpark.
Yo, dude, Dan, there's a setting on those cameras where you can literally flip. It should be under like transform or something.
Bum 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 bum.
But
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
that's been bothering me for the last like 5 minutes since I sat over here, dude.
What's bothering you about the?
Look towards me. But like, keep your eyes on the screen.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, I did this for fucking.
Hey, when I'm talking to you,
minutes.
Ken, I'll just do this. Ooh.
Hey, what'd you do? I'm gonna hurl, man.
This is. Oh damn!
Our producer.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
ham it again. Smell my ass.
Look at me. All right.
I just won't look at you for the rest of the podcast.
Damn. Just. All right, that'll work. Fuck it.
This is hilarious.
Why is it still flipped though? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're good. Oh man, dude, you remember that scene from Saved by the Bell where they pointed out the joint?
Yeah. That was good.
I watched that, not the podcast, that part, last week's podcast when
Mm.
we watched that part of Saved by the Bell like 26 times. I didn't watch that. I went on my own to YouTube and pulled up the scene on my own phone, full screened it, paused it, hit the 3 little dots on the top right, and they were like, watching VR. I was like, I don't know what that is. Went to the next one. It was like quality, and I was like 1080i.
Oh yeah.
And then I hit pause or play, and I feel like anytime I do that, like I fix
You're
the
like, well,
settings.
no wonder he spotted the joint.
Yeah,
The
the joint was
definition is insane. The resolution on this is crazy now.
the joint was honestly the size of one of those toilets in that bathroom. I was like, oh my god, we've just been watching low quality TV
Right.
all throughout the 90s, and then somebody uploaded and was like, oh, let me just put the resolution a little higher, and the joint was like a fucking
Is that a roach?
that fucking scene, dude. I always do that for when I like watch something on YouTube and I have to fix a setting or something. I'll play it and then I just hit the 10 seconds. I go back, even though I'm only like 3 seconds into it.
Right.
It's like, no, I got the settings right, and I'm like, just on that, and then I'm like, I hit play, and yeah, I went on my own to watch that scene. Like I wanted to document it myself, not in the podcast. That segment, I was just like, I gotta watch this.
The 40 times we watched it on the podcast. Like,
Was not enough. I
Right.
had to see it. What's that?
he was just pointing at the
Oh.
roach.
Oh yeah. It's like, look, a joint
Is that a roach?
approach. What a bunch of fucking pussies. Oh, a joint. Like, okay, 1, you're in high school. 2, you fucking live in California in the 90s. And you're going to go fucking, oh, it's a joint. Oh my God. It's bad. Like when fucking Zach busted into Jesse's room all rapey and shit when she was sleeping. It's like, we got to go. Dude, she's fucking sleeping.
Looking like a substitute fucking science teacher, dude.
I'm sorry.
Like the fucking sport coat on with the jeans.
I thought your giant fucking cell phone could call somebody's house and you could be like, hey, Mr. Spano, is Jesse awake?
Right.
We have a fucking concert to attend to. Instead of just busting in there, like, asking questions. He was asking her fucking questions when she woke up. Like, dude.
Like, give me a
who-
minute, dude.
First, who are you? 2, I didn't appreciate you making moves on me at that fucking party when Kelly was out of town, dude. Because you know that shit goes on.
Right. They
No
don't show
fucking
it,
slime ball with this piano key fucking
Right.
tie and shit. Like, oh, real cool, dude. Where's
That's
Mr.
funny.
Morris?
but right.
Just hit him with a low blow. How like, what if she fucking said some shit like that to her or to him? Like, dude, you don't just bust into a fucking teenage girl's
Oh, no.
room, friends or not, when I'm fucking sleeping. Just sprawled out in my bed. I like how I'm taking her drug problem and I'm blanking it like in her defense. Like, you just don't bust into.
Yeah, I know. That's like classic drug addict. Fucking. He's like, no, you busted in my room, dude. That's what's wrong. Like,
Dude, she could have been like, if I was Zach Morris in that scene, they would have put at first. I wouldn't have worn that fucking blazer.
right, that's what I'm saying.
I would have had suspenders on. Fucking at least he was wearing like fucking Adidas high tops, white high tops with a fucking black belt. Well, you fucking stupid idiot. Fix that shit. You live in California in the 90s. Get your fucking shit together. Your drugs and your clothing. Get that. You're like 40 miles away from LA. Take your dad's fucking credit card. hop in that fucking Mercedes convertible, fucking get some fucking shit that matches, pick up a couple of bags of fucking Coke, and hop back up to fucking San Jose or wherever you live. But anyways, yeah. So if I was Zach Morris, first, dude, could you imagine me with the pompadour? And I just bust in like, Jesse, and I'm like, if it was me, I would have busted in like, Jesse, we're gonna be late. Oh, I'm like, you know what? This is really rude. I just leave and I don't even look at her, but she's just like OD'd.
Yeah, dude.
Just because I want to be like proper and nice. Like I open door, she's like sleeping. I'll just wait in the living room.
So basically, Zach Morris being a piece of trash is what saved her. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. So I would have opened the door and be like, you know, she's sleeping. I'll just wait like 15 minutes, and then the next shot is of her with like the pills, the bottle in her hand,
like, come on, we gotta go
and
to
like
Mac.
foam in her mouth. But I didn't see that, right? Because I'm proper. So I just that's the next shot of me leaving that room being proper is the next shot. Her just kind of OD'd. And then the shot after that is just me like, yeah, I think the Dodgers, Mr. Spano, really got a good team this year. I'm like, she's taking forever. Yeah, dude, they play the classic fucking Saved by the Bell music, like me
transition sound.
Yeah.
Going to commercial break sound.
Me bullshitting with Mr. Spano about the fucking 1992 LA Dodgers and shit. Like, just looking at the ceiling. She's taking forever. Is she always like this?
He's like, yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's my Jess. I love her. And then it shoots back. Yeah, it shoots back to her just like, boom, 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 boom.
No movement. But it stays on her for like a minute and a half. You see the light breathing, dude. Like,
dude, it's like, how long can you hold your breath?
Yeah.
She's like, forever. But like, we doubt that, honey. They're like, yeah,
okay.
we doubt that, honey. You can barely pronounce the word coffee.
Look, we already hired you, so.
No, seriously, hon. What, like 10, 15 seconds? She's like, yeah, like forever. They're like, all right, just all right, just sprawl out like you OD'd, like that one time at Alfonso Ribeiro from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's 18th birthday. I don't know if that's true or not, but the timeline matches up. Yeah, dude. That's why I you let people sleep, because when you start asking them questions when they wake up, especially a junkie like her, you're not gonna get straight answers. You won't.
It's like, you should have known, dude. We're not getting to the max on time. We're not going to the max possibly, dude.
Fucking, like, your friend obviously has a fucking drug issue.
Ask yourself this, Matt or Zach. Can she score more drugs at the max right now? Because that's your best route, dude. Tell her that.
All right, 1, you're fucking waking up a junkie. 2, you find out she's a junkie because she's scrambling around for fucking her pills that we don't know what they are. 3, you're fucking overreacting. So if you're overreacting, leading into number 4, get her some fucking help, dude.
You're just
cancel
pushing her
the
away
show
at this point, dude.
What even happened after that scene? They went and performed?
Right.
That's why I think they should have went the OD route. Like, cut her off. She wants too much fucking money on her new contract. We're going to season 4. We're going to do this Hawaii movie. And this fucking girl wants how much an episode? No, that's
thanks.
fucking Zach Morris money.
Right.
What if they write Mark Paul Gosselaar? They just write out checks like Zach Morris. He's like, dude, I can't cash these.
Right.
I fucking tell you guys that.
Well, good luck.
They're like, come on, Zach, baby.
Don't you got some clever scheme?
He's like, dude.
The classic Jewish.
Yeah. The fucking NBC execs.
He's like, it's Mark.
Mark. Don't, you getting hasty now. Come on, babe, love. Come on, take your pants off like old times. I don't know.
Like, remember
NBC
Friends
was
Forever?
weird.
What was the name of their band, though?
Zack Attack?
Zack Attack, yeah. Remember Zack Attack?
Yeah. Fucking.
We will be
Friends
forever.
Was that
I'm
the
not a
same
singer,
episode? Oh no! The
No.
episode where it's revealed that Jesse's a fucking junkie.
Right, that's a different one.
They were doing some stupid fucking choreographed like wearing like fitness fucking.
It's like a dance thing.
Yeah, her, Lisa, and Kelly, and they were wearing, which I think is kind of weird because they're portraying these characters are in high school and they're wearing those one-piece multicolored like fucking thong one pieces. I'm just like,
what the hell's going on here?
I was like, what the fuck?
Jazzercising and shit.
Yeah. So do you behind closed doors? They're definitely those executives are definitely fucking writing those checks to Zach Morris just to get Mark Paul in the office, calm him down, and be like, "No, take your pants off."
Right. It's like, here, Kelly. Kelly Kapowski. That's a funny ass name, by the way. Kapowski.
Fucking Polish as shit.
Right.
They didn't incorporate anybody's like,
Kapow. Here's your check.
dude. Like now that I think about it, they didn't incorporate anybody's like ethnicity or anything.
Yeah.
It was like
They didn't
Mario.
tackle those issues at all.
Yeah. All right, Lisa Turtle. All right, she's the black friend. All right, well she's token.
No, she's
Mario
the
Lopez.
friend.
She's white as hell.
Hey, Lisa Turtle. Come on now.
Well, I mean, what you think they like? She was just such a at the open cast or whatever that Lark Voorhees
Yeah, Lark Voorhees.
was such a good actress. They're like, all right, I guess like the producers are all shitty and kind of racist. They're like, all right, I guess she's pretty good. Fuck.
Really looking for a white girl for this part, but
Really addressed that she was black.
it might have been an episode. There wasn't one where they like talk about any of race at all. There wasn't.
I don't think so. I know Family Matters tackled that shit hard as fuck.
Yeah, definitely.
But the open casting of Saved by the Bell, they're like, all right, she's Lisa Turtle. They're all
They're like,
bummed
it's for
out.
kids, man.
And they're like, okay, send in the AC Slater. And like, up.
Right. I bet you
Just right
fucking
off rip, they know he's Mexican. You know what I mean? Because like they're so upset and racist. NBC, you guys are racist. They're racist. So like early '90s, they're like, all right, Lisa Turtle. We should be fine with that name, right? And they see her, they're oh, fuck, don't worry, she's gonna bomb. And then it's just like, she was fucking good.
Right.
All right, you got it. Who's next for the casting? Oh, we got somebody, a Mr. Just send him in. They don't even hear his name. Just send him in. Send in the future AC Slater, and they're just like, he's walking in, and they're just going over
They got
shit.
One look at that.
And they look
curly
up.
mullet,
They do one of this. They do one of these. They're just going over like notes and shit. They're like, yeah, we did. Maybe we can work that on. They're just like, oh, fuck. And he writes down like, he's Mexican. It just slides it over to him. And he showed up in that tank top and those sweatpants. And they're like, all right, kid,
I guess go ahead.
do we got a translator for him? I don't know if anybody read the fucking character calls, but
He's like,
it said AC Slater, not Jesus Slater. I can see where you got that mixed up because NBC is racist. What?
The whitest
He is.
also white
right.
What if like in their eyes when they did the casting, like Mario Lopez was like a real cholo when he walked in. He's like, hey man, I'm here for the bell of the saved, man. Let's do this. And they're like, all right, we can work with them. And they send him off to like Long Island, New York, like some like quiet acting school, like underground acting school, and they just molded him into like a white person, and he's just watching like Jenny Jones and fucking like Roseanne Barr for like 12 hours, like Clockwork Orange or whatever. He's
Yeah.
just like
They got his eyes fucking peeled
eight,
open.
like 8 hours of like golf, and he's just like, and he comes back, and they're like, all right, let's try that new AC
Yeah.
Slater,
They
all right?
just shove
He
white
comes in,
people
he's like,
food down his throat.
he just comes in like, hey guys. They're like, hey
Like, that's our guy.
Mario, I heard you can play the drums. He's like, yeah.
He's like, can I?
He's like, yeah. He starts playing the drums like that scene, and they're like, well, hold on, Mario. Tom, come in. And it's that black dude that's in the background. They're like, stand right behind him. Like they didn't even write that into the episode. It was just something that they did. Tom's just like, right here.
He's like, yep.
Like he's done it before. Like, all right. Like perfect. Show's really coming along. Send in my nephew Dustin Diamond.
Right, yeah.
Because he's Jewish, and it's just like he's like, I don't want to do this. They're like, you what? You don't want to do what? You're gonna do it.
And then later on, he went on to try to sell a sex tape.
Yeah, that was
Weird time.
really weird. Ooh, weird. Yeah, man, fucking everybody. let's just say like 10 years ago, every shitty, irrelevant fucking like has been was like, well, guess I'll just do sex. Like, no, don't.
Right, you don't
we're
gotta.
good, man. We don't want to see your bush and shit. Like,
Right.
what? So we can talk about you for 5 minutes and then you can end up on that show with that piece of shit, Dr. Drew or whatever. That dude's a piece of shit. He's in the whole game of fucking using his medical expertise to exploit motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Dr. Phil and the other dude from, was he Dr. Oz? Was he from fucking Dr. Phil?
No. Oh yeah, yeah.
Or Oprah?
Yeah. I thought
Some
Same
bullshit?
thing. Yeah, one of those two.
How do you get
for
a
sure.
fucking spin-off because you're a doctor on a fucking talk show? You're just like, oh,
Right.
I got a show. Like, don't you have fucking patience?
Right. He's basically, dude, if you think about it, that dude is basically like the Carrot Top of doctors because he's always got some prop to explain what he's talking about. On
Now let me
stage.
pull this out.
He's like, check this out. This is the human liver. And he's like, busts out some shit. And he's like, squeezes it and like bile comes out. And he's like, ooh.
Who's fucking going to those shows?
Like my mom would.
Like going
People
to
like
the
my
show?
mom. No, yeah, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay,
Like,
okay. Like, alright.
super white ladies that complain about everything.
Like-
are probably the ones that go to that show.
Like
The live taping.
Yeah, live shows and shit. Like, you know, like, if I,
There was a copy of his book underneath our seat. It was amazing.
yeah. Like, if I went to, like, a fucking
It was crazy.
Broadway show, like, I'd have to really push myself. Like, okay, I'm not gonna buy tickets, but if it was just like, hey,
You just talking
like
about
a live
shows
theater?
in general? Just
yeah,
live?
or like tapings of sitcoms
Right,
or whatever,
right.
it'd be like, fuck, man. Like,
It'd have to be like, hey, we're right
I'd rather
outside of the
just
studio.
watch,
They're about
yeah.
to film
Yeah.
like this. You want to go watch it? Like, I'd be like, all right.
Like,
But I wouldn't be like, hey, let's go get tickets to go see fucking.
the taping of fucking
Right.
Home Improvement.
Right.
And if they're fucking up their lines, it's like,
Right.
Yeah. You gotta laugh. What?
You gotta laugh 4 times, you saying?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, if you fuck up your line and you're in the live audience for the taping, you have to fucking laugh again. I'd just be like, you wasted it. I would just yell that out after everybody's done laughing.
Right.
Like a shitty joke or a shitty joke during a tough situation. It's like Home Improvement. It's they're dumb little kids. What's one of the names? That Jonathan Taylor Thomas
Yeah.
kid. Then they tried incorporating like he had like skin cancer.
In the show?
Yeah, he was like sick or some shit, right? Let's
I
just
don't
say he
remember
was
that.
sick
Right.
for the so let's just say he was sick.
I know the fucking youngest one turned all goth. and
Yeah.
shit. He turned all new metal.
And like Tim the Toolman Taylor would just like make a shitty joke to make light of the situation. Everybody would be just like, and I'd be like, nope, you wasted it.
Yeah, that's what I would be. I would be like, hey, look, did you guys capture the audio when you laughed the first time?
Just
They'd be
use
like,
it.
well, yeah, there you go.
They're like, how do we do that? He's like, you want a job, kid? He's like, no. Oh, fuck. What a stupid show. Man. TV's not come a long way.
Right.
Shows still are fucking...
After we
sitcoms,
just
yeah.
spent an hour talking about a TV show, but
Shit on
hey,
it.
sitcoms.
Yeah. Oh, not... Yeah, that's what I
We
meant.
talked about multiple TV shows. Then,
Yeah,
I guess, right?
sitcoms.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there aren't any good sitcoms anymore. That's for sure.
Like, I don't know. I hear people talk about, like, yeah, man, you watch Saturday Night Live? It's like, no.
Right.
Why would I do that?
Right.
I don't know.
I haven't watched it in so long.
I don't know, man. Parks and Recs?
Yeah, but I still don't think of that as a sitcom.
Yeah, I can see what Anthony's saying.
We looked
I
up
just
the
see
definition before. It wouldn't be. Right.
Sitcom to me is like whatever the definition is, but like to me in my head, I'm always like, say about a Bell, fucking Roseanne or
King of
Family
Queens,
Matters,
fucking,
or
like
King of
Seinfeld,
Queens.
fucking. Like,
Yeah, but like Parks and Recs
Everybody
or
loves Raymond.
like The Office and
those
shit.
are like mockumentary.
Because they probably knew, like,
comedy.
oh man, a lot of shows suck, so we gotta try something different.
Right.
Like I get The Office was a Ricky Gervais
Right.
original and shit. It was wacky British. But yeah, I get it was an original idea, but like, yeah, Parks and Recs, it just doesn't give me that vibe of a fucking
Sitcom. Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother or some shit or 2.5 Men.
Right. It's not filmed in front of a live audience and it's one camera.
I feel like if it's a sitcom, it's like, oh, it means it sucks.
Right. It means it's on a different standard, at least for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about it differently for sure.
Amen.
Because I'd put all sitcoms lower than like some of my favorite TV shows, but if we're talking about sitcoms, I do have favorites and stuff. You know what I'm saying. I do like a lot of them.
Yeah, man.
It's
Fuck.
weird.
Everybody Loves Raymond was like the last great fucking sitcom to me.
Right.
Maybe I'm missing something that I either didn't watch, but like, I'm sure Everybody Loves Raymond was on as Seinfeld was ending.
Right.
So I'm not saying I
Right.
think Everybody Loves Raymond's better than Seinfeld.
Right.
But like, because when did Seinfeld end? Like 98?
Yeah, something like that.
I feel like I was
98
in
or
elementary
99.
school, like 5th grade or
Yeah.
some shit when it ended. And then I also remember like early episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond's. That'd be hilarious too. Two
Like
of
a
them.
bunch of,
Like, hey Robert, you're done. So what? Well, no, what am I gonna do? You can go back to working at Universal Studios, Frankenstein. So get the fuck out of here, buddy. It's almost 2:30, so you can get onto the tour guide little shuttle bus, and they'll drop you off. He's like, okay. And they just bring in Robert's cousin.
That's a good thing. That's a good question. Seinfeld went out on top. It could have kept going. They wanted to be done when they were on top.
Right.
Yeah,
So I feel like Everybody Loves Raymond like kind of stretched it.
yeah,
That's for certain.
that's true. Yeah, because yeah, that's true. Seinfeld did go out on top. They were just like, all right, we're kind of like,
And then fucking
we did it.
Jerry Seinfeld got all butthurt on Larry King when he asked him about it. That shit's
Wha-
hilarious. He's like, so you weren't canceled. You quit, right? And he's like, what do you mean? Do you not know who I am? He's like, pretty much just like, he's like, there's a huge difference between being canceled and quitting. You know, he's like,
Yeah.
there's a big difference. Like, he gets all butthurt. Pull it up if you can, dude.
Dude, yeah, Everybody Loves Raymond, because that show was like 98 when it debuted, I think, or 99. And that shit
Right.
ended like, I'm not going to say recently, but I don't know, 10 years ago, like a 10-year stretch.
Right.
So it's like the fucking Walking Dead. Just stop it. Just end it.
Right.
Everybody just quit. All the
Right.
actors just be like, fuck this shit.
Right. We're done.
We're done with this stupid ass shit. And the writers are like, oh, thank God.
Right.
They were just waiting for
Right.
somebody to budge. Like, they didn't read the contract where if they quit, we get this money. Was this Larry King thing recent or from...
It's probably from, years ago. But
Okay.
I think so. Thought it was.
Oh, fuck.
Is this the whole interview or just...
Lasted how long?
9 years, 180 episodes.
You gave it up, right?
I did. So.
They didn't cancel you. You canceled them.
You're not aware of this?
No, I'm asking you.
You think I got canceled?
Yo,
Are
Dan,
you under
I'm-
the impression that
I'm
I
not
got
existent
canceled?
over here.
Hurt you, Jerry?
I thought that was pretty well documented.
Don't
This is
most shows
is this still
go-
CNN?
don't-
I was the #1 show on television, Larry.
You were
Do you
all-
know who I am?
Jewish guy, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
75 million viewers.
There we go.
Last
Okay.
episode.
What? You don't
was
take
like
it so
cancer.
bad.
Well, that's the big difference between being canceled and being #1.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You tell you look fucking
We'll be
kind of
right
feels
back.
dumb and shit.
B-movie.
So, yeah, like Larry King was like, you weren't canceled. He's like, no, he's like, we just ended it. We didn't get canceled, man. You fucking, what do you say, 9 years, #1 fucking sitcom or whatever?
Right.
He's like, so you weren't, just felt stupid. Like, yo, man, if you're going to interview somebody, fucking probably read up on shit. I know you're like 113
Right.
and you're fucking just waiting for sweet, sweet death, but you still got a job to do. You
Right.
gotta ask these motherfuckers these tough questions.
He's
Like,
like, yeah, I'm on my way out of here. I'm fucking old as fuck.
When he retired or got
Grab
canceled.
that mic. Just sit there and switch to the 3.
yeah, we're gonna switch up. We're gonna put Dan on this. He's grabbing a mic real quick. Shit. What was I saying? Seinfeld.
So what I was wondering is like maybe when Larry King
Sit back.
when Larry King got canceled, if Seinfeld posted a fucking funny tweet out there or something, jab him with.
Right.
Dude, yeah, so that's why motherfuckers get pissed. Like actors, actresses, and fucking musicians, whoever's being interviewed, and a fucking journalist is like Leonard King over here. He's like, yeah, well, can't like, what are you like? Are you trying to like dig at something? Like Jerry Seinfeld's gonna be like, yeah, finally, yeah, I trust you, Larry. Like we were canceled. That like one hockey player, just this past season, the goalie from Boston like plays like shit every fucking October, and one time like in like mid-November he played like he won like 5 straight games and only would give up like a goal on average.
Right.
After one of the wins, they do the locker room interviews, and one reporter was like, he's like, so what is it about you in October's why do you play so bad in it? And if this goalie wasn't from Finland where they're all super nice, he would have handled it differently.
Right.
But he was just like, I guess I just don't like playing in October. Just like, what do you want me to say to that?
Right.
I don't know. I just don't like playing in October, dude. Like, everybody started laughing all shitty. He was like, yeah. Dogs.
You canceled them, right? They didn't cancel you.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I told him to go shove it.
Right.
Dude, what was funny, when Jerry Seinfeld was on, I think it was Letterman, like 2007. It was after that, who's Kramer's, what's his name? Keith Richards?
Yeah.
Keith Richards. Mike Richards. I couldn't remember, dude. Keith Richards.
I heard Richardson was like, yeah.
I know, like you confirmed it. I was like, no, okay. He when he went on that racist rant in the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
So Jerry Seinfeld, like a week later, was on Letterman, and I don't know. I guess maybe Jerry Seinfeld owed Michael Richardson a favor. They like had him on TV.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know.
He was like trying to apologize and stuff.
It was more awkward than.
Yeah, he said Michael Richards. He said
Afro-Americans.
Afro-Americans, and like 5 or 6 people exactly like me started laughing, and Jerry Seinfeld was like, "It's not funny. Don't laugh." And I was just like, "This is kind of funny," because he just said Afro-Americans.
He's trying to apologize, and he's saying Afro-Americans. Like,
wow.
He was in Problem Child. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was a good movie. They made like 15 of those. Fucking Junior. Do you got any shows coming up?
No, just the one May 4th, the one I talked about last time. There's no new ones coming up. Like newer ones.
Where's that at?
It's at the old Token Lounge.
Dude, my bad, man. I hope you don't get a lot of like, or over here, like May the 4th be. Is it that?
Oh, God.
4th? Oh, shit.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
4th be with you.
I hate
a bunch of nerds.
Oh, Revenge of the 5th. Like, shut the fuck
up.
Fuck Star Wars. Fuck you.
Fuck
I think
Disney.
last time I was at the Token, I saw cattle.
Oh, really?
I fucking went crazy in the pit.
Yeah, man. That was what, last October or some shit?
Yeah, something
yeah,
like
man.
that.
Damn, them at the Token. That's hilarious.
I know.
Right.
Token does that
It was
shit,
like
man.
2 days notice. They're like, we're gonna be playing at the Token.
You're like, hell yeah.
Like, I'm gonna
It's
be
like I'm
there.
calling off work.
Like, yeah, man, I gotta call off today. Like, are you feeling sick? No, Cattle Decapitation's playing at Token Lounge. They're like,
It's $5 to get in.
Yeah, man. They actually pay you to come in. Owners are desperate.
Oh, the tickets were like $25, but still, that's worth it.
Yeah.
Plus, they sound super tight in a small venue.
Right.
They're not really made for like the huge grandstand tours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're better in a small, compact area where you can feel the bass.
Dude,
Otherwise, it just sounds like high notes just ringing out.
Right.
I know you saw them. What, at St. Andrews? Were you with them at St. Andrews?
Yeah.
Back in the day, right?
Yeah. It was a little while ago now.
Oh no, yeah, I remember that. That was like right a year before we went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go to the one at Token Lounge.
Remember the one when we saw him for like the first time? Were they opening for Necro or something?
Yeah. Or no, it was like Between the Buried and Me or something. One of those bands.
Whatever
Really?
it was. We were like,
think so.
What the fuck is this band, yo? And then
One of those bands.
didn't listen to
Because
him.
it was at like Smalls or one of those spots.
Yeah.
What? Shit was
I could have sworn.
You guys remember what year that was?
Necro we saw
The fucking, what is that,
at the
Modern
Modern
Exchange?
Exchange.
Yeah.
Which is a different spot.
There was so many
They
bands
closed
on
that
that
bitch
bill.
down, didn't they?
Yeah, it's not a venue anymore. I think it might be like
It's a thrift store.
yeah, there was always the thrift
Secondhand
store in the
shop.
front.
Yeah.
But like I think it's strictly that now. Maybe they do like EDM shows there or something. I'm sure that's what it's
With the
going
fucking
on.
hot dog stand to the left. And
Right.
like, oh man, can I get a fucking kale shake? Well, all right, you go, dude. Enjoy your time. He's like, can't hear you. Just backing up like this.
Stay hydrated.
He's like, yeah.
Stay lifted.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, fucking cattle opening up for. Do you guys remember like what year that was?
Well, the one at St. Andrews or the
Oh, that was when
No.
cattle.
no.
The first time you
The
guys. saw it?
first time we saw him was like
I can't even really remember exactly who
it
they
was
opened
the
for.
fucking first. It wasn't like their demo, but it was the Humanior
Yeah.
and fucking I forget the other two songs, but they were just so brutal. and-
Fucking Humanor or whatever.
Yeah.
Humanure, and then fucking
Then they
Karma,
started-
Bloody Karma.
Yup, and then they started making better actual albums.
Yeah, the first album to really like
It just-
sound tight was the I forgot what the
Monolith.
no, it's the one before that where I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue, that album name, but it's like when it's just basically like a line of people going into the slaughterhouse and like there's like
Oh.
SWAT teams with like cattle prods and shit.
Yeah.
I forgot what that
I
album was
can
called.
picture it in my head.
Yeah, but that's the album where they started like, okay, maybe we should just tighten up a little bit. And then fucking when they released Monolith, that shit fucking brutal.
Yeah. The production value adds so much to like that kind of music, man. Like I don't know, the sound of the drums in that band, dude, just make that band so fucking heavy, dude. They're just like so fucking gnarly. Like just stuff like that.
I can't even pronounce the album, but the most recent one they came out with, I really do like that album. But fucking Monolith, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
With fucking Force Gender and
Yeah, that's-
fucking
that album's dope, dude.
Dude,
Heavy.
the
I
closing
like-
song on that album.
I like the previous album, The Manufactured Extinction or whatever. That every song
Eat
on
the
that
mic.
album is dope. Every song on that album is dope. And like if you just listen to it, like you were just saying, dude, the fucking drums are just insane.
Yeah.
The drums are just like that's all I listen to when I listen to them. That and the
Right.
vocals.
Right.
Dude's got
Powerful.
Unique style.
range
Yeah.
like a fucking death metal Mike Patton.
When I was watching a video diary of his and they were recording vocals and he was saying like how people are saying, oh yeah, these are clean vocals, and he was like, no, clean vocals would be me saying like, he's a living, breathing piece
Yeah,
of fucking meat.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not what I'm doing. He's like, you know what I mean? He got like pissed off that people were calling his lyrics clean. He's like, they're not clean. If you listen, I'm actually. But he did say like also on that same video blog or whatever, he was like, "What did I get myself into with these stupid high melodic vocals?"
Right.
Yeah.
But he pulls it off. Not so much live, but
Trying to do that shit through range live.
it almost seems like he has trouble like hearing the songs live because he's sometimes way out of sync,
Right.
and he just squeezes it in right at the end.
Right.
pushing out that air. Yeah, that. I mean, yeah, they
So
definitely
you have no
incorporate
shows
melodies.
coming up. I want to see whatever band that you keep talking about.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, come to the show on the 4th or whatever.
What time?
I don't know, probably like 8 or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I can look into it.
Wait, what is that? Is that like a Friday, Saturday, or some shit?
I don't know. I think it's like a Monday or something random.
May the 4th.
A Monday?
Right, yeah, right. We might have to fucking.
I'll just fucking set it up. Be like, I'm like,
Right.
I'm texting you like, which one goes live? Like the live button. I'm like,
There's like 3 cameras pointing at you.
I'm just like, face. My face is all pain. I'm like, finally,
paint
2 hours of
You
this.
just paint this
Paint
side of your
yourself
face
green.
as me,
Yeah.
and this side of your face is somebody else, and
By
you're like,
like
"What do
a-
you think, Anthony?" And you're like,
I just go and buy like a shitty Anthony Kiedis wig, and I'm just like, oh, so kind of what's up in your life? I'm like Not a whole lot. Just trying to. You're like, did you
Keep
see
this
that?
podcast going.
Let's let's review that last episode. I'm like, all right, let's do that. And you're like, so what about the? And then after an hour, I just puke, and I'm like, Anthony feels a little sick.
Must be the lead paint.
Yeah, man. I can't do that. Do podcast. Do my own. I'll just record it on my phone and be like, can you put this out for me? You're like, yeah. What's your password? Like, I forgot. Like, did you do the thumbprint one? Like, which one?
Your audio
Yeah.
sounds like shit.
Thumbprint. Like, okay, Kevin's full blown dumb now for some reason.
I saw a video where the dude uses nipple as his thumbprint. I'm like, it's actually kind of smart. Unless you can
Will it
just
work?
smash any skin up to it and it
Right.
works.
Yeah. I saw a
But like,
video.
who's gonna be like,
Right.
your phone?
Right.
Like, what girl's gonna figure that out?
I saw a
The
video.
any girl is around him long enough to watch him unlock his phone, because that's weird.
He's just like, titty.
Why do you keep holding your phone up to your titty?
Just like,
Swiping it up.
God, can I do that?
Dude, was it me or did like, no offense to him, but LB just like slammed right into a wall? He
Yeah,
was
it
like,
was-
bam!
right.
And then he was like, I'm like,
I think it was the booze, the allergies, and the weed.
yeah, I
got
think,
to him.
I think
I know what it was.
Lack
What?
of caffeine.
It was a fucking
food.
deep fried fucking corned
Right.
beef cocktails or whatever he was eating. I had one, but I was just like, dude, oh man, my chicken wings are done for.
Oh yeah, dude.
They're probably straight.
So you
been in
can't
this sweaty room for like 2 hours.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's a myth. That ain't long enough.
Is it really 9 o'clock?
Yeah, man.
How long we've been live?
Let me go.
I can look right here. Look.
Yeah, nobody can see, but I got chicken wings before we went live. That was like 2 hours ago. And the thing is that I didn't open up the box, so the chicken's just kind of resting in the danger zone. I was going to go to Facebook to check how long we've been on, but I went straight to Spotify to see the album names.
I wouldn't eat those wings.
I'm weird about chicken.
Guess I can't check.
So just checking.
Oh yeah, we're well over the mark, guys.
Uh-oh.
Let's kill it, because I'm very uncomfortable being on camera.
We're just bailing.
So yeah, we're going to, sorry for going over, but, we were late, so we're making up for time.
Bye.
Right.
Are we're off?
No.
Oh.
We're just gonna say
You said
goodbye.
bye, and I was like, that's my
I thought
instinct.
he was
Like,
clicking it.
I could be like looking at my watch and be like, bye, and like, oh, we're done.
I did get you off though, because you said that though. I didn't. Yeah.
So yeah, 14, and then man, we got a fucking name real quick.
Oh yeah. Keeping it Spiel.
I've been saying Spiel in my head.
Spiel.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pronounced either way. I
Either-
think,
oh, yeah.
Right.
depending what part of Brooklyn you're from.
Right.
So yeah, this is episode 14. LB, if you rewatch this, hopefully you figure out the allergy thing. 'Cause I have no idea what allergies
Right.
are. I just kind of
Get some
fucking
Benadryl, dog. Feel better.
Benadryl. That's that stuff you put in your butt all cold.
I don't know.
But yeah, I know. I'm thinking of the fucking hemorrhoid shit.
Right. Oh yeah, preparation H. All right.
You don't need hemorrhoids to put that in your butt, do you?
I mean, you don't need it, no.
Okay.
They'll stare afterwards is what.
Yeah. But yeah, figure that out, man, because your nostrils, not mine. I got this nice big nose that just. But yeah, anybody that listened to us or watched us, say thank you, and
I think a good. Oh yeah.
yeah, thanks for not flaking if you watch this.
Yeah, and I guess the Game of Thrones could have probably derailed him a little bit too, dude. Like just us talking for like an hour about nothing he knows about. I guess it kind of turned into us explaining a lot of stuff for no reason that.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it made us talk more about the whole story of Game of Thrones than we would have.
the per episode or
Right.
per scene for the episode or whatever. Yeah, we did talk about something that he didn't really know, but you know, that's how I feel when anybody else talks, and I'm just kind of hanging out.
Right.
I was joking. That was kind of Dick's thing to say.
Right.
But fuck it, man, because that's me. But all right, yeah, we're fucking.
Are there a lot of times where we're talking about stuff that you're not?
No, I was just making a joke about when he was telling the story about breaking into
Oh yeah.
Chris's house. I was like, I don't know what he's talking about,
Right.
but I'll listen.
Right.
I'm not gonna leave.
Well,
So we're gonna. What's?
oh yeah. We got an Instagram now. You can follow that. We have a YouTube page. Subscribe to that. It's just keeping it Spiel on all of them. So for the
Yeah.
most part, I think, unless the Instagram is different, is it?
Fucking Twitter?
Underscore. So the Twitter is keeping it _ Spiel. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this, you more than likely know where the link or how it's spelled. Keeping it Spiel. It's just keeping it Spiel on Instagram.
SPIEL.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we fucking told you last week, you fucking motherfuckers, that we'd come up with the name. He came up with
Right.
it. I was just pounding ice cream sandwiches. But yeah, so that's 14. Number 15. Well, fucking shit, man. It's that episode of Game of Thrones, so I don't know. You guys might get another fucking 2.5 hour,
Right.
just because of how fucking epic that episode's gonna be. But till next time, well, what's the term? Log off.
Right. Something like that.
When you don't go live, you do the opposite of live. We're unliving. Thanks, guys.
We're about to. I guess we're gonna die. Are we dead? We're done.